Yo, what's up, everybody? I do apologize. Was having some technical difficulties setting up, man, but we are back for another dope live stream. So, what is up, everybody? It's your guy Rez. We are back again, tuning in with y'all on another Wednesdays. Hump day, middle of the week. I gotta get hydrated when I do these lives, man. But yeah, man, welcome. I appreciate everybody hopping on again, like every Wednesdays. If this is your first time tuning in, appreciate you all, man. Just to kind of fill you guys in on everything, man. I do these live streams every Wednesdays from 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I do apologize today though, because I was a couple of minutes late. But we are back on track. We are back on schedule here. Different topics every week. Last week, if you guys tuned in, I was talking about cards. I had two co-hosts. Shout outs to the homie M Diddy and also Throwback King for really helping steer the ship of that live. I thought that was a great live. It was definitely something that I learned a whole new realm of things and community that I was learning about. So it was great to kind of have that information and stuff like that. Sees the comment section popping real quick just to highlight some comments. Danzel, what's up? What up? What up? I appreciate you hopping on, bro. Throwback King, appreciate you, bro. And then also Jake Howdy popping in to say hi real quick before heading to work. That's what's up, Jake. I appreciate you, man. Have a great swing shift. It looks like you're hopping in at night, man. Or is that graveyard? I don't know. You might have a graveyard shift. Those are never fun because I used to work graveyard and it sucked. But more power to you, man. I appreciate you popping in. And Pistol, what up? What up? What up? What's good, Sam? Appreciate you, man. All right, so I have a guest. I'm gonna let hop on before we start delving into today's topic. So we have none other than the good homie M Diddy joining me tonight this evening. What's up, man?
What up? What up?
What's
How's it
going
going,
on?
man?
Just another day, in paradise, man. Just kind of got off my 9 to 5 and trying to decompress, man. It's kind of hard, getting out of work and then switching gears, to do
Jumping
this.
right into it. Yeah,
Yeah, but I'm doing well, man. What about you?
man. Same. Just chilling. Um, I'm pretty good in decompress though, but I got a 3 hour start on you, so
Oh man. There you go, man. All right. Well, I appreciate you hopping on nonetheless and showing the support.
for sure, man.
I know you were on my last live stream, which was about like comics and cards. So I appreciate
Hmm.
you really helping contribute to that element of fandom. You know what I mean, or community, if
Of
you
course.
will. It
Yeah.
was something that piqued my interest, and I'm definitely going to be looking into this stuff moving forward. I can't guarantee that I'm going to commit like 100% like I do with the jerseys and like sneakers and stuff like that, but I might have a couple of graded stuff in my collection in the next few months or so.
There
So,
you go.
um, Jake, yeah, I work overnight at a house though, so it's not that bad. Oh, that's what's up, man. Matthew, what's up? I appreciate you hopping on tonight. M to the D to the it's Diddy. There we go. That's a slogan that Diddy should be using here.
Yo, yo, Throwback King. What's up?
What's up, man? But anyways, guys, so I just kind of want to go into tonight's topic because obviously the bulk of my content consists of jerseys because it's something that a lot of the people in the chat love and enjoy. It's what I enjoy. So I kind of want to touch on that a little bit, and then I also kind of want to touch on some other things as well because I had some conversations with some other great YouTubers on here, and we were just kind of talking about it is jersey related, so I think everybody in here can kind of contribute their opinion on that conversation. But I'll save that conversation for later in the live. I wanted to focus on something that recently surfaced online, and it's kind of if you guys follow like the jersey world of sports and stuff like that, you know that Nike is very determined to delve deep in our pockets and grab our money, and take our have a shut up and take our money type of the ordeal, because it seems like every year, at least for the NBA, we get new jerseys all the time. And You know, I'm no stranger to this. You know, Diddy, I know you're no stranger to this either. But there was apparently an article that leaked, and I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong on this, Diddy. I don't know who the original source was for these, but there was, I guess, leaks of the upcoming 2022-2023 NBA season of their jerseys. And I have a website here, which I will share my screen in just a moment to kind of go over and rehash these jerseys and kind of share our thoughts on them. I don't know if you guys got to see them. Were you able to see them beforehand, did you, or is this your first time
Yeah,
seeing them?
I saw them when they dropped I don't know the person's handle on Twitter, but a pretty well known, uniform leaker that has a pretty good track record leaked the pics. And UniWatch kind of ran an article about it, and they're pretty good as far as a resource for this sort of thing. Like, I don't think they would just put stuff out there if they, didn't feel comfortable that it could be a legitimate leak. So,
Mhm.
and just based on the way they look, I think they make sense. So it wouldn't surprise me if it's, factual and actually what they're working on.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, yeah, I definitely am I am intrigued with this because there are some designs on here that have kind of piqued my interest, and out of curiosity, I'd like to kind of go across the room. Even in the chat, I invite anybody that wants to hop on. If you want to chime in tonight, I left the link right there. It's also in the chat, so you just copy the link right there, and then you could join if you would like to join this chat as we go through each and every jersey that is unveiled in here. So I'm going to share my screen, and um, I want to kind of go over and share my thoughts. Right now, it's just me and Mac, but if anybody wants to tune in, please by all means. So let me start. Actually, Sam, real quick, he said, "Think I seen Jersey Connect do a video on this topic." Yeah, I've seen a couple of YouTubers do this, where they've talked about it, which is great. Because it definitely gives us kind of an early idea and a gauge of who is going to be going after what. So it'll kind of help us out here a little bit and plan. We have another guest. We have
Hey,
a Mighty fan from Philadelphia. What's up, man?
What's up,
Sending
Mighty?
what's going on,
brotherly love.
fellas?
What's going on, man?
All right, doing all right.
Okay.
Setting
Glad to
things
see
up
you make
here.
it.
Huh?
Glad to see you make it tonight, man. I think
Yeah,
this topic
yeah.
is
I
on
got the
rally.
game
So.
on in the background, but I joining in here once I get this set up.
All right. Let me see.
Shaq wants to see the leaks too. He had to jump up here.
All right, we'll get there, Shaq. Just one moment. Don't worry, this is not going to be like the dunk contest, okay? So you'll be I think you'll be impressed, Shaq. All right. So you guys ready?
Sure.
All right, here we go, man. So this is from Sports Logo. The website is sportslogos.net. Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
All right. So these are apparently the 2022-2023 City Edition jerseys that have I guess leaked. There's a couple on here that I'm curious about. I can't really see too in terms of looking at the designs, it's kind of hard to see, so I do apologize about that, guys, but there are some that I kind of anticipated they would do, which makes sense. Like right off the bat, looking at the Miami one, looks like it's basically just a reverse color of their current jerseys that they're wearing this year. And also for the Chicago, that looks like just a home white in my opinion. But anyways, just to kind of break it down, man, I kind of want to focus out on one jersey at a time and go over these as we kind of break them down, man. I mean, what are your guys' thoughts like when you guys first saw these?
Interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously some of them the pictures are a little fuzzy.
Yeah.
So you can't see like detail wise everything, and you're not supposed to. I mean, it's way early, but I like some of the looks. The Warriors have some sort of looks like a supplemented image in one of those
Yeah.
jerseys, and that's going to be kind of interesting to see what they do. I don't know if it was that dragon look that they had those years when they did the original city. It looked like some big something on the inside. I like the fact that I like the fact that I knew it was only a matter of time before the Warriors would do the Run TMC jerseys again. And if at least the image on the screen is accurate, if they put captaincies on for like Curry, Draymond, and Clay, that would just be amazing. And my Sixers, I mean, it's hard to really make out if there's going to be trim or some sort of side trim or anything on that jersey, but you got the city of brotherly love script. I don't know if it's kind of reminiscent of that 1971 off jersey that they had the scripted full 76ers across the front of it that they wore some years ago as a throwback. That would be kind of cool if they did that. Yeah, a few other of these are pretty nice. I mean, obviously there's hits and misses. I mean, I like the throwback ones. I like what some of the teams are doing for their throwback jerseys. The Dallas one's kind of cool. Be kind of cool to see, once that one is complete and we get to see the full, image of it. Yeah, I mean, New Orleans is a little disappointing. I kind of wish that they would do something else other than just the stripes. We've seen that many a time. I mean, some are a little more creative than others, but the Suns one I don't understand. The teal.
The Suns is supposed to be the colors of the different Native American tribes around Phoenix.
Oh, okay. That makes a little more sense.
That makes sense, yeah. So I'm about to say, well, they're not trying to be the Hornets there, are they?
Yeah, that's a little bit of that's definitely different, I think, in terms of their color scheme. I think it's almost like I mean, I was kind of trying to figure that out myself. I was like, yeah, man, I don't understand what the aqua, colors are for,
And I heard that the Portland one is some sort of homage to the airport. That's why
I think specifically the carpet in the airport is what I read. Yeah.
Never been there, so I wouldn't know.
The Blazers one is terrible. Yeah, I mean, look, I always say this, right? Like, I'm gonna use the All-Star jersey for as an example this year. So everybody hated on that jersey. Like 90%, like 99% of the people that I knew was like, nah, this jersey's trash. I actually created a poll on this on my Instagram, and a lot of people just were like, nah, this is trash, get rid of it. Then when the Authentics dropped, people started gobbling them up. Like, oh my God, I got to get them. Oh, and then, shout outs to Kings of Throwbacks and all the members on there. But, there were people that were posting on there. And I guess it was a Cleveland, Ohio exclusive because it was only being sold there at Ohio. And they sold out instantly. And if you guys go online, you go on like sites like eBay and stuff like that. Somebody right now is selling a size 52 for $1,500.
Oh God.
And I would never pay that for any jersey. I mean, unless it was like something that was like maybe game worn, autographed by a whole entire team or something, something, an incentive for me to buy it. That's personally my decision on it. I would never drop that much on a jersey because I wear my jersey. But the fact of the matter is, people then started saying, oh, actually it looks really nice. It didn't look that bad, And I feel like the same way with these mock-up jerseys. These jerseys are this right now. It's hard. It's hard to make your opinion on something where you literally have a small pixelated image like these here on the screen. So I get it, man. I definitely feel like there's some that are going to change my mind. The Suns one does pique my interest. I definitely feel like that one I want to see more pictures of. I'm also intrigued to see more of this. What is this one right here? The Dallas Mavericks one is piquing my interest too. And then the Denver Nuggets one, it kind of, I don't know what color that is, but it kind of looks like a
orange,
bluish tint to it. I don't know if that's just a bad coloring or shade or anything, but
Oh no, I'm sure I think it's a white jersey. If you're
Is it?
asking about the body, yeah.
yeah. Jerseys is my drug. What's up?
What up? Well, it's
What's
throwback,
going on?
by the way.
Yeah, I kind of figured with the Iverson.
What's up?
Just gotta make
Sorry.
sure. What's up, bro?
No, man, I'm just want to join and share my opinion. Also, been having a bad couple of days, and this is like my escape, man. So I appreciate your live. Thank you, man.
No, of course, bro.
Welcome,
I'm glad
man.
I could help you out, man. Hope everything is good.
Yeah, it's all good, man.
And we know that King Leo will buy one of each of the authentics and all of these.
Oh yes.
It's funny. I don't want to get too ahead of myself in the conversation, but I spoke with King, and he was telling me that he's like pretty much almost done with collecting.
I don't know about that.
Mm,
Until the next sale.
mm. That's
But
hard.
going back to these, I mean, like Throwback King, like what are your thoughts? Like first glance at looking at these.
Like what you was pointing out is hard because they're pixelated pictures, and sometimes the details of the jerseys when they're when you see them physically like can sway you. But I think some of them are a little bit lazy, just having the white version of the last year's version or something like that, or a different colorway of the version from last year is kind of lazy, kind of like what Brooklyn's doing. And it's, to me, it's just what Miami was horrible, and they just made a white version of it. So it's a little lazy. And like what you said, I am curious. I am curious to see that. I love that Dallas is using that neckline. Like, that's just so mid 2000s and shit. Yeah, but it just reminds me of the Lakers. Every time I see that collar like that, it just reminds me of those Laker years. But what's up with that hot pink jersey in the bottom? Like the bottom row, I think is the worst row. Those colors are all horrible.
To be honest, I was never a fan of that teal Spurs coloring on their jerseys. I know a lot of people like that stuff, but whenever I think of Spurs, I think of their traditional black. And
can somebody explain the pink in the Washington Wizards? I just don't get it.
Probably cherry blossoms. That's
do we have Alex in here?
Yeah, I think that's a good guess. Yeah.
Yeah, she got me there.
I mean, that's actually kind of cool. If that's what they're going for, is the cherry blossoms. I mean, it doesn't really. I don't think it really works with the Wizards, but
yeah,
it is what it is.
What about the Toronto one? Like, are you guys feeling that, or do you guys feel it's lazy?
Played out. Like, can we get something other than like an OVO colorway for Toronto?
Yeah, I'm so over
amen to that.
OVO colorway.
Seriously, man.
What up, man?
Yo, what up, guys?
What's going on?
Yo,
Not much. Just finally chiming in. It's been a while because every time you do these lives, I'm always at work. But luckily, I got the day off today, so I'm finally able to join the live.
You're too big time for little people like me, man.
No. I ain't no Dan, no big time, man. I gotta go out partying for 1 week, and it's already enough. I'm done after that.
Hey, John, what up?
Yeah.
What's up, Raz?
What's going on, man?
Hey, John.
All here
Not much,
now.
bud.
We got the minister. We got Anthony. Look at this.
Got a whole party in here, man. Full
We
house.
got long hair gang in the building now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, dude.
So real quick, because I know we have like different. Everybody in here is kind of a different fan of different teams in here. So I kind of want to go across the room, and I invite anybody in the chat room also who wants to chime in and share their thoughts. Obviously, Jake, you've been pretty vocal about, or Jacob, I'm sorry, you've been pretty vocal about your Blazers, and you're not a fan of them. But for your teams, like, are you guys like proud of these leaks, or you guys? I know it's too early, but like, are you guys proud? What do you guys have to say about your guys' jerseys for your teams?
Well, I'll start off. The leaks. I really don't mind them, honestly, because I think there's pros and cons to it. Like, yeah, it's supposed to be leaked and that's supposed to come up. At the same time, it's like maybe if a team realizes their stuff is leaked and people have a certain response to it, maybe they can switch some things up right before the release. I don't know if they're allowed to do that, or like I said, it's like little tweaks here and there. It's like, oh, maybe if we do this, it'll look better. Maybe change that color up, but keep the same style. Like, I feel like it's an opportunity to at least like have a good a session with it.
So just to kind of go back to what I was saying though, like what you see here on the screen, like if this is final and this is what was going to be confirmed and official, what are your thoughts? What is your first like initial thoughts on this, like this LA jersey right here?
Not promising. Not promising.
Okay.
I mean, a lot of these teams' jerseys, like even for my Lakers, I love the Los Angeles look, but it's like it's already been done before. Think of something different. I don't know what's going on with the Wizards. I don't know what's going on with Miami still using that whack ass design. Like,
big facts.
Oh man, like I said, it is not promising. I'll tell you that much.
That you know what that Washington Wizards jersey reminds me of? Reminds me of Galactus jersey.
Galactus.
Oh,
the devourer of jerseys right here.
Oh man.
No, I'm just playing.
Yeah, it'll devour and then shit them all out.
Well, I'll start. I'll also talk about mine real quick for the Warriors. I don't really know what the heck that is. It's really hard to tell from looking at this.
I really
picture.
want to know what that is.
Yeah, I can't tell.
Maybe fog? Is it supposed to be like fog? I don't know.
Can you like enhance it? Because I could barely tell what it is, honestly.
Yeah, but if they wear it on court, the jersey would be tucked in, so they probably won't even see that detail. That doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
I almost really, like, I don't know. Like, it's an outline of something. Like I said, it almost kind of reminds me of that dragon that they did, but I don't.
Yeah, I'm trying to get a closer look at it, and it's hard to distinguish what that is, but it does look like it's another circle logo of some sort. And you know, the colors, this color scheme, like this black, and it almost looks like a goldish tint. It sounds like they're gonna do like another like New Year's type theme of some sort, but I don't know. I can't really say much right now, but I can honestly tell you, just by looking at this, I feel like they could have done better, in my honest opinion.
Does anyone know what next year is the year of? Like, I know this year's the year of the tiger. What animals next year? Could that be it? Could that be like a shadowy like animal in the fog or whatever the year is in the Chinese calendar next year?
Yeah, I have no idea. Matthew says the Spurs jerseys give me 96 All-Star vibes.
Yeah, I think that's what they were going for.
Pink Wizards,
possibly.
Cherry Blossom. Can I come on sometime? Jacob, yeah, man, the link's always open, man. I always post a link on the description, so if you ever want to hop on, man, you know, just click on the link, and then you could chime in for sure. Jake is fine.
Man, that Celtics jersey looks good.
Did Minnesota put their jersey up?
Yeah, Mac, what are your thoughts on the Celtics, man? I know you weren't like.
You know, the Celtics jerseys are always, you know, because they can't really like go outside of tradition, so they're just always like right down the middle. Like, but I do like that they use that kind of script font. The number font looks kind of weird, but they're using like a darker green, it looks like, which is cool. I like them better than this year's classic versions or the city edition. So
it's almost like the Christmas jersey from years ago.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
which was
and I like those
cool.
a lot too.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I feel like with the Celtics jerseys, they're almost like in comparison with like the 49ers jerseys. Like you can't really change too much from them. They're very traditional, like esque. You know what I mean? Aside from
like Cowboys, you know, like all those teams that have like memorable periods of success, like people get all like antsy when you start messing with stuff.
Yeah.
So,
did Minnesota show their jersey?
I haven't seen one. I mean, this is all of the leak city edition, so I'm sure there's some that didn't make the leak, but
they need to put a wolf on their jersey. Come on, Minnesota.
Christmas Day one.
Get on there.
If they go back to like the 90s, like sublimated, like the dino, you know, on the Carter, like the Vince Carter dino and stuff, yo, if they start doing that for like all teams, you know how crazy that would be. That would like,
Yeah.
yo,
Oh
I'd
yeah.
like,
But a lot of those
I'll
jerseys
blow my
just
look.
get recycled, though. I mean, that's the thing. Like, I think is it the Are the Pistons bringing back
Yeah.
the Horsehead jerseys next year?
They
for the
are.
classic. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Oh, that would be a good one right there.
so I was
Yeah.
actually gonna show those next actually, but I was going to I just kind of wanted to go across the room and get your guys' initial thoughts on these City Edition ones, man. The City Edition jerseys just seem to sell out like crazy compared to
Yeah, I got to be ready.
So
I mean, that Atlanta one is kind of fire. It's got the southern font on the Atlanta, and then the peach. I know it's similar to one that they wore a couple years ago, but in my opinion, it's like more stylized to the city, which I think is really cool. The Dallas one it's not bad. I know that they wore the wishbone style jerseys, but like, just give me a round neck, like at some point, please. Like enough with the wishbone with the Dallas like cities. And then the Basquiat Brooklyn is just a flip of the black one. I think the black one looks better, but those side panels are really pop on the white, which is nice. I think the Milwaukee one is nice. I mean, Milwaukee has been doing a really good job with their city editions. And I don't think that is any exception. I think that once you see the full kit, see it on court, it's going to be really nice. Lakers, I gotta see what colors that it like, because the word mark looks purple, but then the number looks like it's black, and I don't know. I have to see like, a shirt or a jersey shirt or a swingman or something before I pass judgment. And then the bottom row is just kind of all, there's some cool stuff in there. Like, I thought the same thing as everybody else when I just first saw the picture of the Suns. But then when I read the thought process behind it, I was like, oh, that's actually really cool. That they did that. Because actually when I went out to Arizona,
can you explain the Suns one?
Yeah, it's colors that represent the Native American tribes around the city of Phoenix. So
okay, that's
Ooh,
fine.
right.
Yeah,
that's a really dope
when
reason.
Makes
yeah,
sense.
when I went out there, like we went to Second Mesa and like visited some places in the Hopi reservation, and they're very big into like turquoise and stuff. So I think that's cool,
right. So nobody has really talked about New York and OKC.
Why would we?
Oklahoma City, man, they just can't get it right with their jerseys anymore. Like
They can't get it right with their team, and they can't get it right with their jerseys.
well, like a few years ago, they put out a real nice one. What was it for the bombing or the monument? I think they did for the bombing there, and that was a solid jersey. And since then, they just
Wait, they did a
downhill.
jersey to represent the bombing of Oklahoma.
No, it was
like a
monument.
memorial, like
The
tribute
memorial.
jersey.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I was like, what the?
It
Hey,
wasn't
what's up
like,
with the what's up with the number 46?
Like,
Yeah. No, it was a memorial that's there, and they.
I think 46 was the year that the league was established.
Got it. Thank you. See, I'm learning so much.
Yeah, that's good. That's good to know, man. I didn't even know that. So,
That's so weird.
all right, man. Well, if you guys have no questions on this, I think I'm going to move to the next slide, unless you guys want to share your
move
views.
on.
Wow, man.
All right, so we're going to the statement jerseys, which were leaks. Now, not all of them. I think they don't release all statements for all teams, right? It's only teams that are like in the playoffs, I think. Was it?
They rotate them. No, that's the earned edition. They rotate
I'm
these
sorry.
every like 2 or 3 years, I think. So like, the Mavs, the last time they had a different statement edition was the one with the Dallas skyline, and that was back in Luca's rookie year. So now I think it's been 3 years or 4 years, and so now they're getting a new statement edition.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Because I know, like, for the Warriors statement that they're currently wearing, I think this is like what, their second or third year that they're wearing them.
Second or third, yeah, I think.
Cool. Well, I know the Grizzlies one. I have their statement from this year, which is really dope. I like that.
Oh yeah, it looks good.
The Utah one looks too plain Jane to me, man. But
Yeah,
no,
it looks like someone like drew on the jersey.
Well, they're
and presented it.
they're like rebranding too. Like they're like dropping the purple and like they're basically going to become the Western Conference version of the Nets.
really.
Like
Ugh.
2 colors, like bam. Yeah.
That's awful.
What about the Mavs and the Lakers?
The Lakers is it's like that jersey with the pinstripes. They just took the pinstripes off.
Yeah, it's like the
Yeah,
Magic
that's what I was about to
Johnson
say. It
theme.
looks just
Lakers
like
jersey.
it. Like the Lakers is yellow on it, but I have that jersey too, and like yeah, it looks a lot like it.
Wasn't that
Yeah, I'm sorry,
the
that-
one that was designed by Magic Johnson or something?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Magic Johnson designed that one.
So they had pinstripes.
The
on it.
pinstripe ones is horrible. Just absolutely horrible. I'm sorry.
I don't like the
Pinstripes on
black
the Lakers uniform.
numbers with the drop shadow. I don't know. It just I don't like that. They don't pop enough.
Yeah, this
So you might have
The
to
Clippers
see.
shorts are fire though.
yeah, I think that combo coordination looks good with this jersey. And then I don't know what the Golden State Warriors one. I mean, looks like it's like a navy blue and then just a simple. Looks like there's a drop shadow on that on the numbers and letters, but I don't know, man. I'm I'm curious.
Well, they're
man.
gonna get my money. They're
You know-
set anyhow.
What's getting crazy with these jerseys, man, are the prices on these things.
Oh god, don't get me started.
Dude, these things at the rate that they're pumping them out, it's impossible to get everything. Like unless you like literally work for the factory and you work there and you can make it. Like I feel like it's crazy. Like you have
I don't
to
know, those pay in 4 plans make it a little bit easier.
Ah,
Yeah, the paying for.
Don't get me started on those.
I'm gonna
man.
reserve that for the reverse retro jerseys
Oh,
next
that's
year.
Oh god.
That's dangerous. All right, let's move on to the next slide because I think there's
Liz.
the classic editions. So these ones I'm actually like semi hyped for because obviously the Warriors with the Run TMC, you know, they tried to do something like that, like when Adidas was the licensor for NBA. But you know, I'm really stoked to see a couple of these teams actually drop these. Like
Stones one popping.
the
Oh
Nets
man,
fire. I thought that one is dope. The Pistons, you know, that logo is very fire. And then also I like the fact that they're bringing back the purple fireball Suns, and then even like with the Spurs, like I love that Spurs jersey with the San Antonio.
yeah, same here. I think it's a very underrated jersey. I always love that George Gervin Iceman jersey.
Yeah, it's fire. I love that style. But I mean, what are your guys' thoughts? Are you going to be copying anything from this slide?
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah. I mean,
Definitely the Miami one's at the top for me.
Yeah,
that Stones one, man. Oof.
I already
Warriors,
know Steph for me, and
Lakers.
then the Suns. I mean, I got to grab a CP3 and that.
isn't the Bucks? That was like during Ray Allen's.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the Ray Allen years.
around that
Oh,
time.
Yeah.
Glenn Robinson.
Yeah. Oh my bad. I wasn't even reading the comments. I'm sorry. Just to highlight some of the comments. He says the Bucks have a new statement not pictured here.
That is true. It looks like the earned edition from last year, I think, with the horns that were like on the side panel. So that's what it kind of looks like.
Gotcha. He says New York looks like this year's, and he's also Jacob says, do we know why Detroit chose the color on the horse head from the mid '90s? I don't know. Maybe somebody could answer that. I'm not sure. Dubs says hard to see the Warriors jersey. Yeah, definitely hard to see. And Chris says the Bucks have a new statement. Oh yeah, I already highlighted that. So the Utah jersey looks like a college jersey. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Dubs says stupid Utah. Is there a Portland statement jersey? I don't know. The only information that I have available is currently what's on my screen. And TJ says the classic editions are fire. So you know what? That's with the classic editions. that's something that they just started doing recently, right? Like I don't think that's something like in the past. I mean, aside from what they're doing now with the classic editions, I don't know if that's something they did before.
I mean, they've always had like going back to even the mid '90s, they've done like hardwood classics and stuff like that. But these, obviously we haven't been able to get these in authentic form in the past, but hopefully that might be changing.
Man,
so
all I know is if they do decide to make authentics of these, man, I will never buy a current Nike Swingman ever. I'm
That's a bold statement, man.
I know, man. It's easier.
I'm getting sick and tired of buying Swingmans because there's no Nike's apparently known to not drop things in authentics like all the time.
It's crazy. You're begging Nike to take your money. Like, take my money, please. Like, that's crazy to even think that. They're like, nah, we're good. We don't want your money. Like,
I mean, it's the same thing they do with their shoes.
Yeah, and that's another thing. It's not jersey related, but I don't know if you guys heard, but like apparently Nike's cutting ties with Foot Locker to distribute their product at their stores. Like that's wild to me.
That's
bougie. Straight up bougie.
It is. And go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, go ahead. Finish. I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying that like that's crazy because Foot Locker is like a really big chain. That's every time I hear of Foot Locker, I think of Nikes and all those other major footwear brands and stuff like that. But like for Nike to cut ties with them.
But what's the last time you went to Foot Locker and bought a pair of Nikes?
Oh, not recently because
I haven't done that in forever.
Because of that stupid Head Start system that they have. I hate that thing. I never won.
Good riddance.
Yeah, that thing was stupid. I thought it was dumb. But yeah, like just with Nike and stuff, like I don't like how they market like exclusivity all the time for their product. It seems like, you know what I mean? Like that's the most frustrating thing as a collector, especially since like they're the official licensor for like I think 3 of the 4 major league sports, like baseball, football, basketball. Then of course Adidas is currently for hockey, but the fact that they have like this control, it's like a monopoly, you know what I mean? And it's
definitely a monopoly.
It's frustrating. It's frustrating as a collector to know like the pitfalls of trying to collect, you know what I'm saying? And it's not a good feeling, especially when you go on third party sites like eBay trying to find a Devin Booker City Edition Valley jersey for like $900, or a J. Cole Dreamer jersey for like $750 that just literally dropped day of or whatever. I hate that because it starts to feel like it almost starts to feel like the sneaker reselling market and stuff, which kind of ties into my next topic that I wanted to talk about briefly, because I was talking to King Leo about this the other day, and he was telling me that the whole entire time now, like he's buying these jerseys, he's realizing, according to him, that like people are starting to treat the jersey game like the sneaker game. And I kind of see it.
Meaning what?
What's up?
Meaning what? Like, can you explain a little bit more?
Like, yeah,
opportunity for profit.
Right. Like stuff sells out instantly. People seem to be using bots to buy their jerseys now. And basically people are marking them up for like 400% markups or whatever the figure or the sum is for these jerseys, and going back to what I was saying, again, I'm going to use this as another example again, but the All-Star jerseys that just dropped are literally going for like, if you see like Luca Doncic, his All-Star jersey is going for like $700 on eBay. The Steph Curry one's going for like $1,500. You got his Swingman version of that jersey going for like $400. Like, it's crazy.
But if people would, I know sometimes it's easier said than done. If people wouldn't pay those market prices, then it would stop it. You know, if you didn't have buyers, so obviously people are paying it. I don't know who, but
Yeah.
someone's buying, you know, a swingman jersey for $400. Someone's spending $1,500 on a. All it takes is like one person to do it. It's like you hit the lottery. Then everyone starts doing it.
ABM, what up?
If people just wouldn't pay those big prices, it would stop it quick. You know, but it unfortunately, it seems, and I'm not in the sneaker game, so I don't know. I've heard stories, but I just don't know from experience from it. But it seems that ever since the pandemic happened, you have a lot more people just looking for the quick buck. So they're buying all these things that they know are going to be popular, and they're going to sell them at these crazy prices. And there's people out there who are buying them at those crazy prices. It's a hack game all the time. You have to fight with these bots every drop on these sites. The jerseys, I've noticed it too. I mean, this past year with the City Edition stuff was probably the most. Now, I grabbed what I did because I'm just going after swings. You know, I'm not really the authentics aren't like first on my I gotta have it thing, right? But I saw, you know, how quick those authentics were flying, you know, and they moved quicker than I can ever remember. And yeah, I mean, this is probably going to get worse and worse as the years go on, as long as there are people who are paying these premium prices from these sellers, you know, and if they weren't, the seller would move on to something else. Maybe they would do pocketbooks or belts or something that, you know, I mean, whatever the next thing's going to be, right? Just the jeans or whatever, you know, which I would like.
They're doing them too
for that stuff
already.
I mean, like, see, for me, the way and I can't speak on everybody's behalf in here, you know, I can only speak for myself, but like, part of the reason why I backed away from the shoe game was because of that exclusivity. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I get it. There's different brands where stuff isn't as desirable, you know, than other brands, but still, like the jersey game, when I was obviously, you know, I was into the jerseys during like the big boom of, you know, like the hip hop 2000s era. So there was there was a huge following and desire to get those jerseys, whether you're, you know, a sports fan or not, you know, but it was never to the extreme of like paying $1,000. You know what I'm saying? At least for the retail stuff, like retail authentics and stuff. And, you know, when I got back into the jersey game about like maybe 2 or 3 years ago, roughly, you know, I didn't see that. It just seemed like when I got into it around that time and Nike started unveiling, you know, the classic editions and the cities and the statements, it seemed like something just shifted, like around when COVID started, when this stuff started to spike. And I don't know if that goes hand in hand with the pandemic, because obviously, you know, Mac, you mentioned cards, for example, are going skyrocketing right now, specifically, you know, the Marvel.
People wanted to find ways of working from home. They weren't working in the office. Maybe some people lost their job. Maybe some people didn't want to work in the working environment anymore. They just wanted to work from home. And so they picked a hobby. They picked one of these things, whether it was cards, whether it was hats, whether it's jerseys, and they're just selling stuff. And they're making a profit. Maybe it might not, in some cases, be a huge profit, but they're making enough that they can live on, that they can continue to do this and use these bots. And, you know, and I know there's a lot of sellers out there who aren't looking to rake you over the coals for these items. You know, I've bought stuff off secondary markets at, you know, maybe around retail, just above retail, not much, but you know, I was able to get some stuff that sold out right away, you know, just because of I've been in the game for so I know to be patient, you know, and I wait to try to get my price. But I think that's, at least in my opinion, one of the easy answers to that is it's just a way for people to make money. And the pandemic kind of opened the door, or Pandora's box, if you will, for this kind of thing, for it to escalate the way it has. And it's like playing a stock. You know, they try to find what the most popular things are, and they're going to gobble it up, and then it's going to be sold on secondary markets, and they're going to try to get premium dollars for it. In some cases, they probably do. That's why this is still happening.
Do you guys think, like, I feel like I'm being a little bit extreme, but like through the hip hop era, that was like a jersey head pandemic, because at the end of the day, once the trend went away, it weeded out all the people that weren't really into it the way we're into it. But I feel like we're going through a jersey pandemic now where it's the hot item now, you know what I'm saying? And sooner or later they're gonna move on to something else, and then we're the ones that are still gonna be here at the end of the day. But it's just funny to me that I think it's a seasonal thing too. You know what I'm saying? That
Yeah.
Steph Curry just won the MVP for the All-Star jerseys. Do you think that jersey is still going to be at the same price by by football season, or by baseball season if we have one? It's not going to be at the same price because right now is the hot item. Like the card market, it's gonna dip down. You just gotta be just patiently wait. But the problem is, it's not gonna dip down to retail. It's probably gonna dip down a couple $100, just because the prices. No matter what, these prices are ridiculous. They're over Mitchell and Ness prices, which is crazy to me.
Yeah. Right. Diddy, you said you had something you wanted to chime in, right? And
Yeah, so like we kind of touched upon it. Mighty brought up a really good point. During the pandemic, I think a lot of people, maybe couldn't be involved in their jobs, or maybe they were work from home and they found themselves like a little bit more efficient with their time, and like they had extra time to, go onto social media, see what was going on. And dude, I can tell you that within the last it probably started in like 2014, 2015 with like Facebook groups, people using bots, the rise of the bots, so to speak. But now there are entire Discord servers called cook groups. And basically what they do is they specialize in finding any type of product that can be purchased at retail and flipped for a profit. And I mean, we're talking about like they have people in sections on the Discord that are forecasting, if it's a buy, sell, or a hold for every different type of product you can possibly think of. Like the first summer of the pandemic, I know people in cook groups that made a killing on above ground pools. Just like you wouldn't think, oh man, I can't wait to get me a nice above ground pool to flip for a profit. But people were doing it, man, and they were making big money. And, consoles is still a big thing. Yeah. Like, when the hell did the latest PlayStation come out? Like, you can't just go to a store and grab it. Why? Because these people are still buying them and flipping them for profit. Like,
don't even get me started on that.
Oh god,
dude, it's real, man. And so, like,
that was crazy.
Anything that there is like a limited supply on, or that the pandemic has affected supply on, there's a demand for it because there's scarcity there. And that's what I would encourage everybody watching this tonight. If you're a jersey head, if you're into this stuff, if you like the City Edition jerseys, or you're like Mighty and you like hats or cards or anything else, make sure that you're having conversations like this with like-minded collectors, and that you have a real understanding for what rarity is. You know what I mean? Like, really make sure you have a good understanding, because like for me, if there's a player I collect, either in jerseys, cards, whatever, and I feel like it's a rare opportunity to pick up something of that player or whatever it is I'm collecting, I'll pay a premium for it, because I believe down the line it's going to be even harder to get, and it's going to be worth even more if one does hit the market. And so, just be smart about it. Like for me, like I put off getting a Giannis City Edition jersey because I know he's the reigning MVP. He just won a championship, and they probably made a ton of his jerseys. Same thing with LeBron. Like I'll still try to scoop LeBron whenever I can, but there's a reason why there's way more of his City Edition jerseys when they come out than any other player. It's because, they make more. So just, be mindful of that sort of stuff, like prioritize the things that you think are more rare. And I just wanted to kind of speak on that, because that's everywhere. That touches everything. So it's not really something we can get away with in the society, or get away from in the society that we live in right now.
Right.
I mean, well said.
Yeah. Like it's like a case in point. Like I'm not a big minor league baseball hat collector, but in recent time, there's a minor league hat or fitted hat that just took off because of the logo. For whatever reason, everyone caught the buzz of it, and it just took off. And it's I think it's I want to say it's the Buffalo Bisons. And so it's a logo. It's a full cartoon bison, making a baseball move or what have you. And it's this big word font on the hat, Bisons. And for whatever reason, that logo took off. Anytime any of those Buffalo Bison hats come out, it doesn't matter what colorway it is. It could be a pink hat with an orange underbrim, some weird, whatever. It could be a checkerboard looking thing, right? But because it's the logo on there, it sells out instantly. And it's these bots going after it because that's what everyone's, big trying to get these different Bison's hats, right? And it's become this big thing. And I don't know how some of these things catch fire the way they do, but they do. And
I just feel like I'm sorry to cut you off, but at the end of the day, like all this shit has an expiration date when it comes not
it does.
as far as the hype, because I know you guys know about the South Beach colorway. Remember they were just making everything South Beach colorway hats, gear, sneakers that don't have no business having that colorway. And then it just died off. It to me is like how long can Nike? I'm going back to the jerseys, but how long can Nike keep pulling off these additions? And it's getting to the point. I think they're already there. That it's getting to the point. They're running the creative ways they're making these jerseys are getting dumb. It's like after a while, at first it was cool because it was very creative. It was fresh. But now they're just throwing anything at the wall and to see what sticks. Because some of these jerseys, like, what are they thinking? And now they're like running out of ideas. Like, all right, well, let's just make the white version of it, or let's make the away version of it. You know what I'm saying? Like the Miami Heat. It's a horrible jersey. You think you can't? Miami has so much going on in that city. They've done the Miami Vice. They've done all the colorways of Miami Vice you can think of. They've done that that jersey they have this year. And they're like, what else can we do? All right, let's go just do the white version of it. So after a while, I think it's going to take a couple of years. I think they're going to just go back to the traditional home away and alternate, because it's going to the point right now that these jerseys just ain't making any sense. And now they're just kind of like, yes, they make sense to the city, but they're kind of like reaching like really hard. Like they're reaching really hard. Next time they're gonna come out with like a brown jersey. Oh, this represents the dirt. That's part of the they're gonna try to say storytelling, kind of like how they did with Jordan. And remember when Jordan wore that, he wore that outfit in Saturday Night Live, and they made a whole sneaker about it. Like, okay, now you guys are reaching. Nike, I think right now is reaching on some of these jerseys is ridiculous. That's why the Pelicans can't come up with anything creative, because what can you do? OKC, what can you do with Oklahoma City?
You could do though with New Orleans. They don't seem to want to. I don't know. That's
no, but I'm saying, yeah, they could do a lot of stuff with New Orleans, but they're gonna reach. They're gonna reach so far that it's just not creative anymore, in my opinion. But that's why I feel like, yes, it's great for jersey heads. It's like a drug. But after a while, it's like, yo, these ideas are kind of whack. Let's go back to the traditional home away alternate. You know what I'm saying? And once in a while, give us something nice. But every year, but if you have people like you guys, because I don't buy the new jerseys, you guys buy this stuff. And the sad part, they're not even giving you the authentic version of it.
Well, I mean, see, for me, like I'm coming to the realization for the newer stuff. Like, obviously, yeah, I buy, what prompts me to buy the jersey is a culmination of the player and also the design of the jersey. So obviously, like, I'm just going to use Giannis as an example, right? Like, I wasn't really fond of some of those jerseys that they released previously, like the all blue one. I wasn't really feeling. I understand the meaning behind it, because they were saying the blue is supposed to represent like the rivers and Milwaukee, and stuff like that. But I aesthetically, like looking at the jersey from a aesthetic point, I wasn't feeling it. Even though I love, like, I'm a huge fan of Giannis, I just wasn't prompted to buy the jersey. So that's kind of what prompts me to get certain jerseys. And then also the authentic swingman factor plays a huge role into it too, because I'm starting to notice now like these trends that Nike is doing. And, you know, it's like they kind of test the waters a little bit. They'll drop something in a swingman form. And then if there's a huge high demand for it, you know, obviously they're capable of making authentics for every jersey because, you know, they're Nike. They could do whatever the fuck they want for their jerseys. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's the consumer that makes that decision whether or not they want to swipe their card or not. Or, you know,
Yeah. But do you think it kind of falls back to, I hate to bring this up, but the Mitchell and Ness, the way they think about swingmans versus authentics, but they're like, oh, we're just gonna keep pumping these swingmans because they're making money. And the thing is, we're gonna keep pumping up. Nike's probably thinking we're gonna keep making these cheaper versions of this, like swingman, quote unquote, of these jerseys that are coming out, because regardless, they're gonna sell out. It doesn't matter. Why waste the extra money to make these authentic versions? Which, you know, I think they pick and choose. Obviously, they know that Luca is gonna fucking sell, and I think I think anything that John Morant right now touches is gonna sell.
Mhm.
So they're not gonna make that Anthony Davis. No, wow, let me stop saying the Lakers, but I'm trying to think of a player that's not on the. They can't even make a Kevin Durant freaking Nets jersey, which is unbelievable to me at all. Like that's crazy. How do you? And then he's a Nike athlete. Like, I don't understand. Like, especially when they're Nike athletes.
They don't have authentic Joel Embiid jerseys out.
Right.
Yeah,
so
that's another thing too. That's shocking. They don't have him, and they don't even have a Trae Young authentic. And he's like, after the way he played last season in the playoffs, you know, he made a pretty big impact for the Hawks, but we never got an authentic. So
yeah, I think Luca right now is it's just Luca, man. He's right now they're really like pushing his gear and stuff. I think John Morant, with everything that's going on, I think he's the next wave of, like, as far as like you're gonna see more authentic of his jerseys coming out.
yeah.
Things have actually been pretty readily available. Like even the statement and city editions of his rookie year, they were limited. Like, you could only get them through the team shop. But fortunately, the Mavericks have one of the better team shops in the NBA. So if you're a fan of his, like his authentics aren't bad. They're pretty easy to get, actually.
I just wish I got that throwback when they made that years ago for Ja.
That's one I wanted.
I just didn't think it would sell that quick, and I was wrong about that.
Which year was that?
That was
his rookie year.
Yeah, it was his rookie year. The throwback teal with the
they wore
black
tribal. They wore the
like
Vancouver Grizzlies, the like
Big Country.
Big Country jerseys. And
I didn't know.
Man,
no, they made that.
I wanted it. I'm like, it would be there. And then no.
Wow. Yeah, I didn't even know that Nike made like a legit one.
Yeah, and then they started pumping a lot of fakes of those jerseys, which is unbelievable.
Yeah.
The market is flooded with fakes of that John Morant.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I can tell you people love that jersey style.
Yeah, I still need some of those in my collection. You know, so, Matt, you already know what's up, man. You know what you need to do.
I'm waiting for the Felipe Lopez.
Yeah,
there you go. Yo, King, man. If you want to chime in a little bit, because I was telling the guys about our conversation that we had last night about how you were kind of like, you've kind of reached the point now from your collecting aspect where you said that you're pretty much, you're not going to buy any. I think you said last night, correct me if I'm wrong, but you said that you weren't going to buy any more authentics for the NBA line unless it was a Durant. I'm not sure if there's any other teams that are prompting you to buy something. A lot of people in here seem to be skeptical about that. But
bought stock in the Phoenix Suns jerseys. My order got canceled, damn it, from that Just Sports.
They canceled your order?
Yeah, all I got was the Chris Paul the Valley jersey, and like a few days later they refunded me. Although they didn't refund me the shipping for some reason, even though the damn thing didn't ship.
But you only bought one, right? You didn't buy like.
Yeah, I just got the swing of it. I'm like, well, why are you sending mine back? What is this?
Wow, that's
It's
crazy.
still there. I might.
They
try
thought you was a
want that.
reseller,
I want
man.
that in Chris Paul.
They thought you was a
Everyone's
reseller.
getting Booker. I want the
Everybody
Paul. I
know
want
why
the
you
Chris
don't sell
Paul
his jerseys.
Valley jersey.
Yeah, I know, right? King says because I bought them all already.
Big facts, man.
You know, like, look, man, if the wave like this continues, if the trend continues to go like this for the Jersey game, I hate to say it, but I think I'm gonna just have to just back away, at least from the newer stuff, because like I was telling King about this the other day, like for me, like when it comes to like current players, at least for like the NBA, there's maybe like less than a handful of players that I like, you know what I'm saying, in the league, you know. But when it comes to like NFL, like the only Vapor Elites that I own are like of the 49ers and then Tom Brady. I don't have any other players. I don't have Joe Burrow. I don't have Lamar Jackson. I don't have, you know, I'd probably consider getting like an Aaron Donald, you know, Rams jersey, but like even then, like that's kind of a reach for me. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like for me personally, like my collecting, I like more of the like legendary throwback players. You know, I'm into like the Walter Paytons. I'm into the Gale Sayers. I'm into, you know, the Jim Browns and the Eddie George. You know, like I'm into like players
Eddie
that.
George, that's what's up.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Like I'm into those like older like legendary players that played for the league rather than today. You know what I'm saying? Even though the Jersey game now, there's a whole new wave of people. You know, you have the new heads and you have the old heads, and it's kind of like I don't know, like I just don't get that excitement like
Right.
I do for the older stuff. I don't know. Maybe that's just me getting older, wiser. I don't know. Or
No, that's definitely yes. I was just thinking about today. It's funny because I was on the picture on Ness website, and I'm thinking like that's it. Like you can't make any more Jordan jerseys. They did it all. Like I know there's probably like some, you know, obviously the Wizards, Bullets, shit they're not gonna make, but like that's it. You know what I'm saying? We used to get excited when, you know, every, you know, all-star, they'll break out a new Jordan jersey. But I feel like they just pumped them all out and that's it. We're done. If you're a Jordan collector or even a Kobe collector, it's like it's out there. It's always available, you know, in every size as far as the Mitchell and Ness site. And it's gotten to the point like, what else can you collect of Jordan? You know what I'm saying? Unless you can start getting to the creative side of, you know, trying to get his high school jersey or something stupid like that. But it's just funny. Like there's got to be an end point, especially like if you're like I said, we're all collectors of older players and stuff like that. There's only so many there's only so many like Walter Payton jerseys you can get. You know what I'm saying? It's the home, the away, the heat press one, and the stitch one. That's it. You're good. Now you're just buying patches. I don't know what point I was trying to make, but yeah.
no,
Did you see though they're all out of stock, but did you see the some of the new baseball batting practice jerseys they have on their site? And they kind of went with some of the 2000s era. Like I know they made a Ray Halladay, Phillies and Blue Jays batting practice. They did
I didn't see that.
Trevor Hoffman, Padres, you know, a few like some of the Braves. They did you know, a collection of the players that they have, and they did like those. They're somewhat not real new, but from at least within the last 10, 15 years, those batting practice ones they started making. And I think they did the some of the older ones too. Like I know I saw a Dave Winfield Padres and that Tony Gwynn they made that crazy you know, gaudy batting practice they did for Tony Gwynn those years with the huge SD on the front. So they did one of those for Winfield, and there's some pretty decent looking ones, but they're all out of stock because they're like, it's like they previewed them. Well, you can't get them.
Yeah,
Look
like
at
that
him.
the Iverson 6 jersey, it came and went. Like we
Yeah.
saw a little tease of it and it sold out. I'm like, and I saw somebody posted on Kings of Throwbacks. So I'm
Yeah.
like, okay. And once again, like it feels, I feel like they're not. I don't want to make this a mid-trend Ness thing, but yeah, go ahead. It's just I feel like the number fonts, man. Like the guy must have been like a large or something, but the fonts are freaking huge, and it's like, why can't they just fix the font to according to the size of the jerseys? That's to me, that's just lazy
Yeah.
or smart on their part because they're selling out.
Rez, you
Already
said
got
what
the
I was
champion
gonna say,
authentic in
man.
that. Didn't need Mitchell Ness's.
I'm sorry. What'd you say, Big John?
Rez, you said what I was gonna say, man. I don't collect any of the newer players, man. All my jerseys are, old school, like you said, Walter Payton, Gale Sayers, Magic Johnson. You know, mix of old school basketball and old school football. I used to rock a lot of the current players back in high school, man. I can't tell you how much crap I used to get. Even when I wore a Gronk jersey when they was winning the Super Bowl, I was getting crap.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's tough, man, because like I said, like I think there's waves to collecting, at least for us, we kind of go through these phases, like I know like for me, I started out when I got back into the game, I was strictly collecting my teams, and then I kind of started to collect eras, and then I started to collect players, and then it's gotten to the point now where it's like with everything that gets pumped out as fast as Nike's putting out stuff, like I just don't see myself buying these jerseys, like these newer jerseys at least, you know what I'm saying? And it's kind of prompting me, it's kind of turning me away a little bit in a sense, not just because of the resale of it, but also because of like what Snack says, the lack of creativity on some of these designs. I feel like they could be so much more creative if they just slowed down, took the time to
Yeah.
research, and just really stop getting to the point now where you're like, it's almost becoming like really corny. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It could, because it's almost like now it's just like they're just doing it to market, like, and not even really giving a flying crap about some of these jersey designs. Because I feel like some of these cities that these teams play in, they have a great history. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they could do so much if they just took the time and took the, listen to the fans, listen to the city, and see what the city has to offer. And it just doesn't feel like that now. You know what I'm saying? Like with at least for the NBA, I can't say that out too much on like baseball stuff because I don't mess too much with baseball jerseys. But the City Connect Giants ones that recently dropped last season, like they got a lot of negativity from a lot of people in the jersey community. Everything from
I just feel like baseball's so traditional. It's like when you mess with something that's so classic, and like once in a while that's what I'm saying. Baseball does it right because they don't go crazy. You know what I'm saying? Once that's why it's so exciting when like the Phillies, even though they haven't changed anything, but once they wear those baby blues, and it's like, oh man, those are so dope. It's clean. But if they wore them every other game, it'll kind of lose its cool. You know what I'm saying? Like once they wear it like once in a blue moon and you see it on TV, I'm like, oh man, that jersey's fucking beautiful. But if you see it every day, it gets boring. Like, you know what I'm saying?
They got like the perfect mix. Like they wear the blue ones. I think they're their Throwback Thursday jersey. So all the Thursday home games they wear the throwback baby blues, but the red one they started incorporating last year as their one of their road jerseys, and that was kind of nice to see just for a switch. But they need something. They need something new, some alternate. Yeah. I love the cream jersey too. The cream is that's just a beautiful looking jersey to look at. But I would love to see them do something as a different road jersey, just something different.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to say Phillies on the front of every single Phillies jersey. You can put Philadelphia. You can put something.
Even the filler, you know what I'm saying? But to me, like, we do live in like in a social media world where everything's leaked and stuff like that. Wouldn't it be exciting for like one day for your favorite team to come out with a jersey like you never knew it was coming, I'm like, what? Did you see the game yesterday? They actually wore this. Like, we don't. That doesn't happen anymore. Because back in '94, the 75th anniversary year, I was like, oh my god, did you see this team? Oh my god, did you see this team? Do you see what they were wearing? And the only time you saw is when they saw a highlight or they're actually playing on the game. That was exciting to me, like not knowing what the team was gonna come out in. But now we get like, look, we already got the jerseys for next year, what they're gonna wear, and we always get like at least baseball gives you like a couple days before they're about to rock it. That's kind of cool for me. But to have already leaked pictures from a year from now, it takes away the excitement.
Yeah.
I remember when the
no more magic, man. No more magic, no more nothing, man. Social media has completely ruined everything. There's no surprises, nothing.
I remember when the Sixers, like back when Iverson was playing, when they debuted those blue jerseys as the alternate.
Oh man,
yeah. And it was like, whoa, this is completely different, because at the time they were wearing the black jersey and the white jersey. And the blue, just with that logo and everything, it was just so different. It's like, ooh, they're bringing back an old color, and they're modernizing it, So that was something.
It's kind of
I regret trading that jersey
too. The Warriors, I mean, when they switched over from their traditional blue and yellow to that 2000s era, and then they added the lightning bolt on the side, like that on the side, turned a lot of heads. Because it was different. It was something different, fresh. It was something that the organization never really saw before. And now it's like they're always not. It seems like they're always harping on the we believe. You know what I'm saying? And I love that's my favorite era, but it almost feels like it's like
sometimes you gotta let it go.
Let it go. Let it live.
It was part of that era. It was an amazing run. But like, let it go. Like, I understand. Like, Brez, trust me, I understand what you're saying. Once in a while, it's like, all right, we believe. I was in that era. Is awesome. It was dope. But let it go. Let's move forward from that. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like they try to hold on to it, and they squeeze the life out of it to the point where it's like it's not even.
It's losing its magic.
It lost exactly. And I feel like most of the jerseys that got leaked this for this upcoming or next season for the NBA is kind of like that. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a couple of things on there that are like, oh, that actually looks pretty dope. But if you think about it, like the classic editions, a lot of those are dope, but those were things that we already saw in the past. You know what I'm saying? Like, why can't you bring something fresh, something new, and kind of like if creative took the time to actually, like I said, study the city, study the history of the team, instead of just like be more creative about it. That's I guess that's what I'm trying to say.
Or just do something completely new and out of pocket. You know what I'm saying? That has nothing to do with the city, has nothing to do with tradition, has nothing to do with the past. Yo, something new and creative, and just try it. Maybe do the turn ahead the clock. You know what I'm saying? Maybe do a basketball version of like how would our team look in 2045 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like do something completely outside the box. That would be dope. To me, that would be more creative than anything. Because you can't complain about, you know what I'm saying? Well, they didn't use the 70s font and they used the 80s font here. And I'm like, bro, let that shit go, man. Let's move forward and let these creative juices, man. Let's get these creative juices flowing, bro. Pause on everything I just said.
Yeah, listen to the people.
When
man.
the MLB did it years ago, that was just wild. That was crazy seeing those turn ahead the clock jerseys.
It's really crazy seeing those.
It was fun though. It was like really fun.
It was, yeah.
Jacob, I wanted to highlight his comment real quick. It's kind of stirring away from tonight's topic, but I wanted to highlight that because I think it is important to the jerseys. But he asked about what everybody's thoughts are on the lockout for the MLB. I mean, obviously it sucks. You know what I'm saying?
But it's funny because they went from 180 something games to 100. No, well, like to me, there's so many games. Is like, does it really fucking matter now? Like,
yeah,
that's just my opinion.
there's so much other things out there. Like you're gonna have basketball, hockey playoffs. You have, football getting into the draft. You're gonna have, soccer started up. Major League Soccer. There's like so many other things, and plus there's all these shows and streaming and this and that. Now I love baseball, so listen, since I became a partial season ticket holder to the Phillies, I've had all my tickets once. Okay. The first year I did it, it was 17 games. I had all 7. Then the pandemic happened. Then last year you couldn't go right away. Now this year there's a start of a. It's like, come on, just enough of the damn labor squabbles. Baseball is just one of those sports that just can't seem to get it right. And there's a lot of blame to go around, but they just, damn it, man, just come on.
Yeah.
Now,
like
maybe a few games in April,
it's a struggling sport that
it
that
is.
and it's one of those things like they keep saying that Sammy Sosa and Mark McGwire, they saved baseball. Like, what's gonna save baseball this time around? Like, come on, man. Like, it's one of those things. Is like it's bad enough that like it's hard to get kids to play baseball nowadays, and now you have this stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy to think that like there's not a lot of like black baseball players. Like there's mostly white and Latino players. You know what I'm saying? And black players are still a minority in the baseball game. And you know what I'm saying? I'm making the point because nobody's out there having these, like, nobody's aspired to be a Major League Baseball player anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to go, there's a longer process to make it to the big leagues, obviously. But just it's not making it fun, man. It's really not making it fun.
And there's no record that if there was a race for it, that's going to pull everyone in. Like back in, what was it, 90? What was it, 98? What year was the home run? It was at 98 or whatever with McGwire and Sosa. I mean, that pulled everyone in because that was just
right.
That was something like you different. Like it had a lot of excitement to it. But if something like that was happening this coming or next season or the season after, it's not going to have. Yeah, 98.
No.
Thank you, Bay Area. It's not going to have that same. Someone could be going for the all-time like the hitting streak, and it wouldn't draw people in. I mean, it would be really tough to save it again and because people are already starting to say it's too boring. It's why they're not this rule, that rule. People are already kind of on the fence with it. I mean, I'm a junkie. I'm watching it, so whatever. But people like me are far and few. The younger generations aren't growing up with baseball; they're growing up with other sports, and
right.
It's
that was
going
the
to be
point I was
really
trying to
tough.
make,
If they lose a lot of games, now listen, what they're doing right now. If they lose some games in April, even if they take out all of April, it's not going to kill it. But if they, if this thing goes into the summer, if they're losing games in the summer months, that's really going to be tough. That's really going to be tough to bring it back. And we don't have as it is right now. If they let's say they come to an agreement like next week, and all it was they missed a couple, some weeks in April. There's still going to be, at least for me, there's still going to be some excitement because you're going to have this really short free agency period where it's going to be almost like a fantasy league. Everyone's getting players and that's going to be kind of exciting. And then you're going to have a shortened spring training, and then you're going to get right into the season. So I don't think that's going to kill it as much, but I do think that there's still going to be some people that be like, oh man, they're always bickering about money all the time. And these other sports are doing what they're doing. And it's a shame. It is a shame, but I do hope for one thing. I do hope as far as my plan goes this season, because I got ticket. One of the games I'm supposed to go to this year is against the Angels. And I want to see Ohtani and Trout. If that game gets taken off the board,
you're gonna lose it.
I'm not going to be a happy person.
Oh, I can see it already.
I was just thinking about Ohtani, man. Ohtani is actually making he's making baseball fun to watch because
Yeah.
I could just watch Ohtani
I
all
like
day
him.
because he makes it fun. He's pitching, he's playing outfield, he's hitting home runs. It's like he's unbelievable, and like it sucks because he's just started coming back from all his injuries and came from an MVP season, and now we have to wait to watch him play. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
And then he's stuck over there and with the Angels. So
Right. Yeah,
Him and Trout, both of them stuck.
it's really sad because obviously we have the love of the sport, but these sports are driven by money and business like this, and people want to capitalize on these types of things, and it kind of just ruins the sport for us. Goes back to the jerseys. I feel like the jerseys are an important element to the sport. You know what I'm saying? And for it now, especially like with the sponsor patches and stuff now, like on jerseys, like obviously that wasn't something that was like around when basketball and football and all these different types of major league sports were playing back in the 90s. And when did that start exactly? That was like what, 2000, and when did they start doing sponsor patches? You guys know? Something recent for sure. It wasn't
3 years
around.
ago?
Like,
Yeah.
it wasn't around.
Like 2017, I think.
10 years
Yeah,
ago. It was around.
Yeah, I'm thinking 27, something like that. Yeah.
But like the Devin Booker, like I said, like on my video, if you guys watched it, I was talking about the sponsor patch, how it's PayPal. I'm like, every time I see that, I think of sending somebody money.
Well, you can send me money anytime you want. You wear that jersey.
Yeah, like it just makes you feel like, oh damn, dude, what the hell is this? Am I receiving goods and services or what? Like, what am I doing?
Yeah, I always thought an odd patch for a jersey was the Bucks with the Harley Davidson on it. I'm like, I'm not trying to drive a motorcycle. I'm just rocking a Beyondest jersey.
I still wish I
love
got
that,
one of
though.
those back in the day.
Yeah.
But now is one of those things that sponsor patch holds like some kind of like what I'm saying. Oh, you yes, you have the the Greek Freaks jersey, but that's not the jersey that he wore when he won the MVP. He had the Harley Davidson jersey. You know what I'm saying? Or that that Phoenix Suns jersey. That's not the MVP season. That's the PayPal season. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, now we're gonna go by sponsors, which is weird because you have these players doing amazing things in these amazing games, and you have to like match the jersey and you have to match the sponsor also because these teams are switching up sponsors almost every year. So it's crazy now that if you have a Motorola jersey, you're like, no, that wasn't the championship season. It was the PayPal season. That was the championship season. So it kind of sucks because if you're a jersey stickler, that definitely would suck.
Yeah.
So, like 10 or 15 years from now, when Mitchell and Ness makes the Giannis
That's not
finals
gonna
jersey, they'll put the wrong sponsor patch on that.
on the wrong side.
It's going to be interesting, like, to see, like, 10, 15 years from now, like, if Mitchell and Ness or another company makes these, replicates these jerseys, you know what I'm saying? Because one,
Tesla's going to own Mitchell and Ness by that time.
Well, it's crazy because, like, Nike has their swoosh on their jerseys. If it changes licensing and Mitchell and Ness starts making these throwbacks, are they going to add the swoosh? No, they can't.
No,
You know?
they don't anyhow because they've made
they'll do that
Reebok
anyway.
Air NFL jerseys and it doesn't have the Reebok vector.
Right.
So they
like I understand that part, but I understand what Rez is saying. Like, instead of like the actual logo of the sponsor, but what about the logo? I mean, the patch is part of the logo. Not the Nike logo itself, but as far as Mitchell and Ness, like, bro, you need that Harley Davidson patch on that.
That's true.
Greek Freak jersey to make it official.
That's
what I'm saying? It's just gonna feel like a freaking swingman, basically.
Right. Like imagine if they did something. Imagine if they did something from this year's 75th, right? Obviously, the majority of the jerseys have the diamond treatment on the swoosh and on the rubberized the Jerry West logo. The only thing they could probably do on it is just put that diamond patch in the back of the NBA logo, since that's the logo. But I mean, you can't do the swoosh. People are gonna be, jersey sticklers are gonna be like, "Oh, like it's not the same jersey. It doesn't have the swoosh."
And the thing about that too, Rez, is that they wouldn't be able to put it on because Steph got the all-time record wearing the throwback Philly Warrior jersey with the old Nike swoosh. So
Another one.
when they make
Right.
that jersey,
See,
they won't have the Nike.
It won't feel the same, man.
They might have the rackets in, but the Nike swoosh they won't have on there.
yeah.
But
That's-
like speaking
I
of
already
that,
got
like,
mine.
so what is the
Next
future of
generation.
Mitch? What is the future of Mitchell and Ness once it gets to a certain period? You can only make so many throwbacks and restock. Where the hell does Mitchell and Ness go from like 10 years from now? Like, bro, okay, we get it. I don't want another Iverson red rookie jersey. Yeah, I've done that like a billion times. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to authentic, like, I don't know, bro. Like, my thing right now, whatever you're buying now is basically gonna be a throwback that you're gonna pay $300 or $350 in the future.
Man.
So whatever you think is a modern player now, can you imagine in the future? Like,
if licensing is going to be that difficult for them, that I guess the easy answer is that they probably won't be making jerseys. They'll be doing
I
other
could-
things.
so I could
mean,
see
this
that.
is like 10 years.
Yeah,
from-
unless there's
from
some
now.
sort of contractual agreement where they could kind of do something, you know, to meet in the middle or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the only way I see that happening. But, you know, I would have never expected our jerseys to have these sponsor patches. I didn't expect that to happen for any jersey, really, you know.
do you see the Mitchell and
I'm
Ness,
sure it's
the
only a
Mitchell and
matter
Ness
of
name
time before
dying?
the other sports do it.
Dying? Like
The Mitchell and Ness, like 10, 15 years from now, just dying off. Like, we'll probably say no now because it's still fresh and it's still relevant.
You heard who bought them, right?
I know who bought them, yes.
They're
But 10
going
years
to
from now,
control
Jay-Z's
all
gonna
of
be
sports
dead.
in like 5 years. They just
Oh my
received
God.
another like 152 billion in funding today.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, money talks, man. That's all I can say
Matt,
about
when are you
that.
going to sell them rivalry?
Everybody's got a price.
Hey, and if they want to contact me, Fanatics, if you're out there, I've got extensive data files. I'm sure you need my contacts. I'm sure they could
Hook
use
my
my
brother up.
contacts.
Mitchell and Ness replicates the Dry Fit 2000 jerseys pretty good. I mean,
They do. They actually do. Even that LeBron All-Star Game jersey from like the first year of the Rev 30s. That's like really well done, actually.
That was a good. I still wish I got
Yeah.
that one. Yeah.
And can you?
Rivalry
I can't picture
Sports were
the
a
football
Fanatics
version
company.
of the Nike jerseys. Those the Mitchell and Ness Nike, like, you know what they're making now and all that stuff, is that would be kind of weird. Basketball, I can see them doing it. They're fucking up fucking football jerseys now from like the 2000s. Can you imagine them trying to do a Nike version of the jerseys now in the future?
Yeah,
Like,
now.
we'll totally fuck that up.
it's kind of hard to picture that. You know what I mean? Like, especially now,
Yeah.
you feel like
It's gonna eventually happen. That
Was
Tampa
that
Bay
song?
Bucks,
Hold up.
Tom Brady
highlights.
jerseys is gonna happen.
Oh man,
Fanatics has raised 1.5 billion from a group of big investors, pushing the sports merchandising giant's valuation to 27 billion as it works to expand beyond its core business. Damn. Yeah, I mean, money talks, man. Like I said,
I can't give stock advice, but
start investing.
I'm not saying that, but like maybe you want to squirrel some money aside to try to get some Fanatic stock when it goes public.
It's gonna be crazy. Real quick, I just want to highlight this comment, man, because this comment really it kind of made me tear a little bit inside, man. But this guy Alton says, just discovered your channel last week and I'm already a fan. As a fellow Jersey head myself, it's nice to see others talk about jerseys and the love of sports in general. Keep up the great work. Alton, man, I really do appreciate you, man. I think you're new because I don't think I've seen you before in my previous lives, but thank you. You know, I'm very humbled by you, your support, and just tuning in, man. You know, that goes for anybody that's in here as well. You know, I do these live streams every Wednesdays from 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I try to talk about different topics every week. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, my channel is heavily revolves around jerseys and sports and stuff like that, but I also do other things as well. And you know, everybody in here, we're into different things. We're not just into jerseys. You know, obviously, if there's something that you want to talk about specifically, like last week, I had Diddy and Throwback King talking about comics and cards with me. You know, and then even Big John, I know you're a card head too. POB One Fool, you're into the vintage stuff. I'm into that stuff too. Mighty Fan, you're into the jerseys and the hats. So there's different types of things, man. Just different topics, like that I like to talk about. And I also do take requests. So if there's something that you guys want me to talk about and focus on one week, definitely my DMs are open. You can hit me up on my social media platforms in the description that you could find in this video. I have a Twitter, I have a Instagram, Facebook, and also on YouTube. So I look forward to your guys' comments on that, man. But kind of going back to like the topic at hand, like with the jerseys and stuff like that, like do you see yourself like collecting at the way things are going right now with like NBA jerseys and just jerseys in general? Do you see yourself continuing to buy at the rate that you're buying if you're one of those people like 10 years from now? Because personally for me, I don't think I will. That's just my gauge. You know what I'm saying? Like I already have, obviously I'm still actively buying stuff, but like with the way trends are going right now, I just don't see myself buying. I honestly, so sorry guys, like my mind's all over the place, but like I honestly feel like once the Splash Brother era for the Warriors are done, I think I'm done. Like I'm not going to be buying any more, newer jerseys unless there's like something, something spectacular, that Luca Doncic or the guys that I follow, comes out. I really don't see myself buying jerseys like that anymore. And I can't speak on your guys' behalf, but that's kind of where I'm at right now with it in my headspace.
Well, Steph Curry will have a son, and eventually he'll join the Warriors, and then he'll be back.
Cannon.
Steph Curry II will be will be on the Warriors, and you'll be buying his jerseys.
King, I thought you said you were done, King. Come on, man. Go back on what you were saying.
I'm buying forever.
He's never done.
Come on, man.
Pulling a Brett Favre on.
He says, I don't want to be the dead horse, but I'm on the verge of blowing up Nike and like NBA socials. I've been looking for this year's Sixer City is authentic as the whole season. Yeah, can't find another. Yeah, I mean, your guess is as good as mine, man. I mean, I felt like with those the Spectrum jerseys that the Sixers dropped were dope. I definitely would love to get an authentic in that. You know what I'm saying? But we have yet to see one. And I mean, I know Mighty
was mine.
Yeah, you have to swing that and you're cool with it. But there's people out there that want the authentic.
I know.
And, it's like I said, like going back to the question, like I don't know if you guys see yourself collecting like 10, 15 years from now. Like do you still?
I told someone. So last weekend I was at the King of Prussia Mall, and I'm speaking of that jersey. I'm wearing the Spectrum NB jersey, and a guy walked up. I was in Dick's Sporting Goods. A guy walked up to me, and he said, "Where'd you get that? I've been looking everywhere for Embiid for that Embiid." I'm like, I got it as soon as it was available. I told him I'm a jersey head. I know how quick these things go. As soon as I had the chance at it, I bought it up, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I wish I would have done that." I'm like, "Well, you learn as you go." And I said, believe me, I'm gonna be wearing these things when I'm 80, and that's probably the case. I can't see myself doing anything else. And the reason I say that also is because of the custom game. I don't need certain companies to make things. I can find someone who can get the jersey done. I can get a blank hockey jersey or a baseball jersey, even though I haven't done as much of that, but I could do it, send it somewhere and have it turn into a player, and I get it back within a certain amount of time. There's just too many resources for these things out there. And yes, these companies keep pumping them out, but there's also just almost an endless array of resources to be able to get these things done. It's like whatever you can imagine, you can get done. And I think for me, yes, I'm going to continue to get the current stuff and the Mitchell Ness and some other throwbacks, but the custom stuff I just think is like that next level, is going to be that next kind of, okay, this is coming in. This is coming in. I'm going to be, looking at this to get this particular jersey, that particular jersey. And that's kind of an exciting thing for me, because that keeps, in a way that just keeps the game fresh for me. It's like, okay, well, this is something that wasn't really done, or maybe it was done before and I just never had a shot at it. So here's my shot at it, So that's why I say, like 10 years from now, if I had a crystal ball, I don't know where I would be putting those things at that time. But may have to make an extension or something to the house. But I can absolutely see myself continually doing it because, like I said, there's other avenues. It's not just what these companies are making. You can go the custom route and have things done. And that's just even more exciting for me because it's something that not every single person's going to have. You can see every Steph Curry jersey, every Joel Embiid jersey that I get. How many hundreds of people already have that jersey? You see them at the games. But if I got a home Andrew Toney or one of these other players or some other player of another team, and the jersey design and everything is right there, and it's a player that you don't see the jersey, you don't see that. That's what keeps it going. That's what keeps it fresh, and that's exciting for me. And as long as I'm going to be excited for this stuff and have passion, I'm going to keep it going. Again, room might become an issue, but we'll cross that bridge when we cross it.
With me, luckily, I don't buy current players. I don't buy current jerseys. So I looked at. To me, I'm such a like a 80s 90s kid that I'm so stuck in that era that's all I need. You know what I'm saying? Like I'd rather have a Felipe Lopez, um, um, Grizzlies jersey made than having a Ja Morant, because Ja Morant does nothing for me. Yeah, he's dope. I'm not saying they're garbage or anything like that, but these modern players don't have that. I need something that brings me nostalgic. You know what I'm saying? Like I need that. I'd rather have a Rashawn Salam like a Rashawn Salam like freaking Bears jersey than any modern player ever, because to me these players have something that means to me. So I lucked out on that part because I'm so stuck in the 80s and the 90s. I'm good. I don't need Ja Morant. I don't need Luca Doncic. I don't need none of these players. They're dope players, dope jerseys, but it doesn't do anything. It doesn't hit me in the feels. You know what I'm saying? Like those 90s and 80s jerseys.
I respect that, man. I respect that 100%. Real quick, we have a little show and tell from M Diddy. He wants to show us something, man. So I'm actually curious to see this.
Oh, this guy's
No. So this is for N94 to UW. Part of these conversations that we have, and we want to try to let people know what's going on, what's out there, if they're really passionate about this stuff. And he was asking about the All-Star Game jerseys. So this year, they had jerseys available at the Cleveland Arena in Cleveland, where the All-Star Game was held. They were, available for just a limited time. The doors opened up at the shop in Cleveland. People went in, grabbed them. They sold out fast. So that's where most of the supply came from. I do know that the Mavericks had Luca's jersey on the Mavs shop, and King actually hit me up and was like, "Yo, they've got Luca Authentics on there." So again, it's just another good idea if you're really into this stuff. Make sure you're connecting with people, and you're on Kings of Throwbacks, on Jerseys, Kicks, and Lids, Jersey Exchange, whatever the site is that you want to go to, or the group. Turning into these lives, watching people on YouTube, it's all going to help you kind of understand. But I give a big shout out to King for alerting me. But this is the Luca All-Star Game jersey. You can see this and the Swingman are like night and day different. You can see that shine to it that you could see on TV. You can see on the logo, it has the perforations there. The All-Star is all kiss cut. It has this kind of unique pattern to kind of give it that prism feel. And then jock tag with the All-Star Game on there, and authentic. And then on the back, you got the 75th patch, perforated numbers, and then the Doncic, the jeweled Jumpman.
Is the patch
Sponsor
heat
patch.
applied on the
What's
back?
up?
Is the patch on the back heat applied? Like the
It's stitched
Oh, it
on
is?
actually. It's like twill, and then it has this kind of rubberized white over, like laid on top, and then it's sewn down.
That's dope.
So, but the biggest takeaway on these is like the fabric that they used on these compared to the Swingman is like night and day.
It definitely looks better. I saw the Embiid Swingmans at my local Dick Sporting Goods, and had he won the MVP, I probably would have grabbed it. But yeah, you can definitely see the difference. So, Mac, here's my question. I know for years you were getting LeBron's All-Star jersey every year. So, are you now going Luca?
No, I'm taking his number off and I'm putting LeBron on.
Oh, it's.
Are you really? Are you
Luka,
stripping?
I don't know if you watched the game, but like Luca didn't do shit in that game, so I really don't care about having his jersey.
Okay,
that's a bold.
LeBron had the game winner, right?
LeBron is the game winner, yeah. And I mean, when you have 16 LeBron James All-Star game jerseys, like you got to do what you got to do to make sure you keep it going.
Yeah, I got you.
Yo, I'm still upset that M Diddy that you got the Black Mamba LeBron authentic.
Can we go back to your New Year's resolution video and say what King Leonidas was talking about, preaching that he was done and I'm gonna slow down and you said I got the red one coming.
Oh my god,
bro! You have to look back at we definitely everybody got to go back to Rez's channel and look at the New Year's resolution video. How King Leonidas was preaching all up and down. Oh yeah, I'm done. I need to slow down. And this has been dropping videos every other day. And that goes for you too, Rez.
No, hey, I haven't. In terms of the jersey pickups, bro, like Devin Booker that I've had for probably about like 3 weeks now. That's the last jersey that I bought like recently. Actually, no, I lied. I'm sorry. I'm going back on that thing. I bought a statement edition Warriors jersey the other day. Shout outs to the homie Jeff, by the way, but he looked out for me. I got a Klay Thompson coming in from this year, man. But yo, like I think, man, it's tough, man, because like I said, like with the way things are going, I don't see myself buying jerseys like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I just can't. Like it's just not in my best interest to spend resale. If that's what the jersey game is going to be now, I can't. I'm just going to have to step down. You know what I'm saying? And just be like, yeah, I can't buy it because I refuse to pay resale on. I refuse to pay resale on sneakers now. I haven't paid any resale on any shoes for like 2 years now, and I don't intend to do that for jerseys. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's either retail or bust. And even for retail, that's a stretch because retail on authentics are like $300, at least for the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Like you have stuff now that are like NFL jerseys are going for like 300 plus. You have MLB stuff, which is like 425 or whatever.
I don't understand the MLB stuff. No. That's ridiculous. I don't know where they come up with these prices.
That doesn't make any bit of sense to me. So I was looking at this on Fanatics and the Milwaukee Brewers authentic jerseys. Okay, if it says Brewers on the front, it's under 400. If it says Milwaukee on the front, it's over 400. Just because of those extra letters. That's like crazy, dude. Like, what are we doing, Nike? Come on, man.
I don't know, man. And it's scary. It's really scary because there's actually, we look at it and we're like, dude, these people are nuts. Who in their right mind would spend this money? There's people out there. There's people that will drop $300 on a floral Pippen jersey or you know, like
it always comes back to the Pippen jersey
or cotton candy Nets jersey or something. You know what I mean? Or a graffitied Iverson jersey or something like that. You know, like people will spend crazy amounts of money on that type of stuff, and you know that ain't me. You know what I'm saying? And King says this. He said this ain't about me. It is about you, bro, because you know we're talking about your jersey addiction, bro. So Yeah, I mean,
So,
it's a lifestyle, but that doesn't necessarily mean you have to buy everything. You know what I'm saying? You could be,
Yeah.
you, it's like it's hard, man, because like again, I'm going back to my Warriors stuff, right? Like everybody looks at my collection video that I did like about almost a year ago on my Warriors collection. Everybody's like, "Oh, you don't have this jersey, you don't have that." I don't want those jerseys. Even though it was part of the organization's history, I don't like that jersey. If I don't like it, I'm not gonna buy it. You know what I'm
Thank
saying?
you.
Like I don't want to be that type of person where I feel like I'm compelled to buy a jersey because it was part of the organization. You know, it's like I'm a fan of the sport or the team. Doesn't necessarily mean like I gotta buy like everything that they put out. You know what I'm saying?
What would an example be, Rez, if you don't mind? What would one be that you don't like?
For the Warriors, I
For the
was not
Warriors.
a fan of those long or those t-shirt type jerseys. Like the all yellow one that they did. And I know the Warriors were like the first team to do it.
They were.
Everybody was like, "Oh, dude, that's history. That's an icon." I'm like, it's ugly to me. It always is. It's always been ugly, and it always will. You know, it'll remain.
I wasn't a
ugly
fan of
to
those
me.
either.
I wasn't a fan of them, and some of the players didn't like them either. So what does that say about like?
Like I said, that's another fad that the NBA did, and I feel like this is another fad too because every team started doing the sleeves, and then those shits died off. I think this whole thing right now, yes, we might not think it's not gonna die off, but it's gonna die off, and they're gonna come out with something else more creative, I guess.
Yeah.
Because everybody, when Brooklyn came out with those Jackie Robinson jerseys, I'm like, okay, y'all need to relax. Like, I understand, I get it, but relax. Now we're doing Brooklyn Dodgers, Brooklyn Nets jersey. Like, okay, all right, okay.
Yeah, nah. Yo, POB,
Yeah,
man, why are you looking like you're trying out for like a headache commercial or something? What's up, bro?
No. I was just trying to get myself in good position because, goddamn it,
that little
myself comfortable.
moving down the side of your face, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. It's kind of hot.
Can I say
What?
I've been trying to say something for 5 times, man. Can I say something?
Oh yeah, what's up? What's
man,
up,
man? My man. You gotta step in there, bro.
All right. I gotta get this out. You know, you're talking about like the collecting, all that 5-10 years from now. At the end of the day, who knows, man? But honestly, right now, I've actually been slowing down a lot, you know. And honestly, at the end of the day, I'm gonna buy things that have value to me. You know, all the players, you know, that have impacted me, you know, one form or another. You guys know, growing up, you know, I'm a huge Brian Urlacher fan, you know, I'm a Bears fan. So, you know, I got his Reebok, you know, equipment jerseys. You know, whenever I see that jersey, it feels like I'm a little kid again. You know, it's so cool having jerseys from like my, you know, childhood, you know, seeing the players wear it, like all the equipment jerseys, like the T.O. Eagles jersey, or, you know, seeing all these jerseys, man, brings back a lot of good memories of watching them, you know, on the field.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
So,
I mean, I'm on the boat. I'm on the same boat with you, Big John. I'm the same way. You know, for example, like LaDainian Tomlinson. He, you know, I grew up with him. He's not a 49. He wasn't a 49er, but he was like one of my favorite running backs of all time to watch, next to Frank Gore. And you know, like I would love. I have most of his jerseys already, but it's like he was one of those guys that like it brought me a lot of joy to get his jersey. So when Mitchell Ness dropped his jersey, you know, I was happy because I felt like they did it right, you know, for his rookie one at least, you know what I'm saying? And you know, I hope that like we'll get more like other players. Like, you know, I would definitely love to see like a Patrick Willis authentic. I know they dropped the legacy line of his jersey, which I don't know. I still feel some type of way about it. But you know, like
me and the Brian Urlacher.
Could you still find the authentic Patrick Willis's out there?
Yeah, you can. I mean, it's hard to find because there's a lot of fakes. Obviously, that was a Reebok.
Yeah.
And the Nike stuff is kind of scarce. You know what I'm saying? But
it's just funny how all these jerseys that we were naming were like out there all the time for us to get at any time we want. And now that we can't get them, we're like, man, let me look up at Patrick Willis. And like, they're super hard to get. You know what I'm saying? Right now, on my watch list, I'm still looking for a Cordell Stewart jersey. And sooner or later, every time I hear a little ding on my eBay thing, I'll look it up. All right, cool. It's gonna pop up. All this stuff eventually comes, man.
Yeah. No,
But,
absolutely.
But Rez, you're talking about Mitchell and Ness. Remember when Mitchell and Ness first started making the Brian Urlacher 2001 jerseys? Remember when they got the stripes all wrong?
Yeah. Is
Remember it was supposed to be
that
cuffed?
it right there?
Yeah, this is the Reebok, man. The Reebok Authentic.
I don't remember the stripes being like that.
Yeah,
That's
I don't
crazy.
remember them looking like that either. That's crazy.
I love this jersey. And also one more thing. Shout out to Sarge for hooking me up with this jersey, man. Thank you, Sarge.
Yeah, big shout out to the homie Sarge, man. Check out his page too. He has a vintage page where he sells stuff like jerseys and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yo, King.
By the way, in 10 years, I just hope I'm alive.
You're good, man. You're good, bro.
I'm gonna be 50. I'm gonna be 51 years old, bro. Hopefully, I'm not still doing lives, and I'm good, man.
You're not gonna do lives.
What you think, bro?
Damn.
Yeah.
The TO.
Yeah, I got one of those with the Super Bowl. I put the Super Bowl 39 on mine.
Yo, King. I know you ain't talking about my purchases, bro. You probably well exceeded mine by like 2 years now.
King Leo bought up the Phoenix Sun store.
Exactly.
Yo, you would think he's the biggest Phoenix Suns fan, bro.
He got the statement. He got the icon. He got the city.
Bro, I wouldn't think that he's from freaking Phoenix by now because he's been dropping Phoenix videos. I'm like,
yeah, he has.
Not from New York.
How many Suns jerseys do you need?
How many Suns jerseys do you need, bro?
Like his last 4 videos were Suns jerseys.
It got returned.
Yeah, I was
They
like
didn't
looking.
return any of his.
They gave your order to King Leonidas. You notice they ain't cancel his order.
No, they didn't.
No
they
love for
canceled
Mighty
his order.
Fan, that Just Sports store. No love.
Yeah, you know what? Hit up Pistol next time because apparently he lives close to that area.
Yeah, he'll help you out.
I should get someone out in the hey, if anyone's in the Phoenix area,
yeah,
I need that.
Well, King Leonidas is he's in the Phoenix area.
Hey, Leo, get me the
My
Valley
mom's got a
Chris Paul.
cousin
Let's
who
go.
lives there, so I guess.
You guys aren't the only one who's made big purchases recently. Goddamn. The last couple of days, I've bought a lot of jerseys too.
Uh-oh.
Bro.
It's just so funny how you guys are like, oh man, I made this jersey. You guys look all depressed, but you guys are happy as hell about your jersey.
No, I am. I know I am.
Oh man, I made this purchase. I'm like, bro, you're happy.
I'm not gonna
lie.
lie.
New Lakers show coming out.
Like I legit felt there was a part of me when I bought that statement Klay Thompson that was like I felt good, but at the same time I was like, yo, what am I doing? This is my 3rd jersey of this style already.
What am I doing?
And I dropped full price on this damn jersey. And some.
It's like eating sweets. It's like you had 2 cookies, I'm eating a 3rd one. It's like, what am I doing? But it tastes so damn good.
Exactly.
But his 4th one's better.
I mean, you ever eat like a donut in the morning and you're
Lord,
like,
not that
I don't want to eat it, and
Have
then
one
you
with dinner.
and then you eat it, and then you're like, why did I eat that? Or why did I eat more than once?
I never
You know
have
what I'm saying?
regrets with that.
I always have regrets every time I eat a donut.
Yeah.
Like, no matter
However, this last jersey I bought though, god damn it, I could not pass up, especially at the price I got it for and how rare it is. God damn.
Let's see it.
There,
Let's
brother.
see it, man. Show and tell.
All right, y'all want to see it? Fine.
Show and tell.
I already had this jersey, but never had it in this version.
Uh-oh.
Oh god.
How many Lakers jerseys do you need?
Not enough.
Not
I'm guessing it's a Lakers jersey. Did I just see a GameCube over there?
I'm also a Lakers fan.
Yeah, I had a GameCube. How do you remember?
Okay,
Fuck it. I'll do.
How many Lakers jerseys do you need?
No, I thought you had a
Champion
Magic
Authentic.
Woo, that's nice.
Oh
man.
Wow.
I need to get the yellow one. I need to
That's
get
from his return.
Rich gang.
No, this is from 1991. I think for the finals against Jordan. That was like his last season.
That's final. That's dope, man. That's fire.
PLB, I want to ask you something. What do you think about the new Lakers show coming out, man? On HBO Max.
Oh, I can't wait for that.
I'm so on the fence for that because it looks like how can I explain? The production looks good. Like the production looks amazing. They got good actors. I don't know about John C. Reilly playing Dr. Jerry Buss, but Who
Oh,
knows?
he looks just like him, bro.
Oh,
Yeah,
He
that's
does.
good.
That's the scary part. He looks just like him. But
I can't
and
wait
then
to
the
see
actors
him.
to play Magic and Kareem, I'm on the fence about that, but we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I'm interesting. It's very interesting. I'll leave it at that.
Hey,
I heard they
Rez, you
did
mind
Red
if,
Auerbach dirty.
What's up?
look at this thing. Look at this guy. I don't know what the hell's down with that setting. Hold on.
What
That is
setting?
crazy. No, hold on. I don't even know
I'm just glad
virtual
I have a lot of
background.
those Lake Show era jerseys because those are going to be the next ones that go for crazy money now.
Oh,
And
yo,
Oh yeah,
I
especially if the
bet-
show's a hit. Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, I bet.
if the show's a hit, yeah.
My,
and I already got my big three. I got Magic, I got Kareem, I got Worthy. I'm good on that.
I
Yeah.
want a Kareem so bad.
I
No,
You're
sold
getting
I-
one now, Big John.
Yeah,
At least I got Magic, and I got my Rodman as well. I have a couple Lakers.
Just
I really want a
get your
Kareem.
custom to do it.
I do, but right now I'm saving money.
hit up rivalry, man. He's right here. Yo, real quick though,
Rivalry,
man.
me and him,
Or rivalry, yeah.
we're working together. He's my
Shout outs to this guy right here, man.
Ah,
oh my god.
Look at
That's
this guy.
the man right
Jesus.
there.
How
Yeah.
many?
he just did it with the girls before
Straight out of
that
Phoenix.
video.
Woo!
The king.
Straight out of Phoenix.
Look at that, man.
Bless you, man.
That's the True Valley right there.
Ah,
Bless
Shout
you,
outs to
king.
that guy, man.
Bless you.
Shout
Yo.
out to King Leo. No proper slaps to him.
It's
Yeah,
crazy, man.
yo,
'cause, like, every
real
time-
quick,
Yeah,
yo.
what's
I want to give a shout out to freaking to Isaac, man. So I don't know if you guys saw my video about the Eddie George, Mitchell and Ness. I was right. They effed up. They effed up big time because on the
Authentic?
website they have the authentic, and somebody bought the authentic, and it's night and day. If Mitchell and Ness would have dropped just this picture, which is more authentic, with the bigger 27 on the shoulders, and it actually has a patch on it that they didn't show on the website. Look at the patch, which is dope. And then the numbers are heat pressed. And then the only problem is look at how wrinkled the numbers came. There's look at the wrinkles on the number because of their packaging.
Ooh. Yeah.
And then look at the bleeding on the jersey. You can see on the 2, which is upsetting. Look, come on, they killed it. When you have to give them their props, I give them their props. Like, this is fire. If they would have had this on the website with the official pictures
what
of
did they do? Did
what
they
you're
just
gonna
take
get.
like 2 legacy line jerseys?
On the website right now, it's like they have the legacy picture. They don't have this picture.
Yeah.
They don't even show the patch. Like,
Oh.
and the thing is, I was pissed because like, yo, the 27 on the shoulders, they should be bigger. Like, trust me, I know my Buckeyes, and they killed it.
Yeah.
Look at the original jersey here,
Ooh.
and then they killed it. They absolutely got the materials right, the heat press, even the patch was a surprise. But the only problem, once again, like, they're shipping, bro. Like, they shipping those bags. Look at the wrinkles on the heat
Yeah,
press.
it sucks.
That sucks.
You ain't gotta
And I
tell me
wanna buy
twice.
it.
In the store.
And look at the bleeding. You can't really see it, but you can kind of see the bleeding on the red on the 2. And it's upsetting because I want to buy the jersey. You know what I'm saying? They did something right. I want to give them their props. Take my $300. But bro, ship
I do
it
too.
in a box, bro. Like that heat press, bro. That's crazy, man.
Dude,
But
at my
once
store
again,
all the time. We
it
get
goes
in
back to
Mitchell
the
and Ness
web. It goes
orders.
back to the website. Get your website together, man.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when you were
They sold out
comparing the
everything.
2 jerseys, like the authentic, and you said they're exactly the same, and I'm thinking
Even the
yeah,
jock
why-
tag,
why
everything.
would they- and I'm like that. Why would they do that? And then if they just would have.
Yo, King,
Yeah.
Leonidas, stay away from the Eddie George jersey, bro. You don't need it.
You already know he's gonna get it, bro. You already know he's getting it.
Bro, he's just gonna get it just because.
He's gonna have all the Ohio State jerseys lined up now.
Yo, I will go over there and
Respect
rob your
to
ass.
Leo,
if you
man.
get everything.
Yo, Swell says, Throwback King, do you still have the Saints Bobby Herbert jersey?
Hell no, I have none of those jerseys. Everything you ever
I do.
seen back in my old videos, I have. The only thing I have left is the Mike Schmidt. That's it. That's if you see my old videos, that's all I have.
That and the don't you still have the Ken Burrow, or did you sell that?
I just mailed it out yesterday.
I got
Oh,
one.
so it's gone. All right. Yeah,
Are
you
you
got
talking
some.
about-
You got something though.
Sonics camp. Mike,
I
Reg,
sold that too. Oh,
There
whatever.
you go.
that jersey fire, man. That Sonics camp.
King Leo says, hopefully Fanatics can change the website and customer service, fix those two things, and that's a major improvement.
That's not gonna happen.
hope
I don't
so.
know, man. That's kind of
I'm
hard.
gonna tell you when I'm still upset.
I
Fanatics
want to
is-
see jerseys
That
that I
83
can't buy.
Peyton, man. That Smiley screwed
That's
me
still
out.
ridiculous. That site
That freaking
out
Smiley.
of stock. Then why the hell can I see it?
Ebbet
Yeah,
sends
just
in a
take the
box.
pictures out.
Exactly.
Every-
Yeah, Mitchell. Remember when Mitchell Ness used to ship stuff in boxes, man? Like how dope that looked.
Now they put it in a garbage bag now.
Yeah, like a black-
a huge
Oh,
garbage
yeah.
bag. It
It's
doesn't
a
even fit the
blacked out
jersey. It's
bag,
a
yeah.
huge garbage bag.
That's bull crap, man.
Yeah, I know it sucks. I still have that Mitchell and Ness box actually somewhere in my.
King Leonidas, I'm gonna be the biggest hater if you have an Ohio State review before I do.
Oh,
Bro, if you have the
God.
Ohio State jersey, you have so many jerseys. Yo, King Leonidas bought so many jerseys from me. He has not done one freaking review on any of those jerseys. And he better, if he gets that Ohio State jersey, you better not make a fucking video on that. I got dibs on that video. I'm telling you right now, I got dibs on that video.
Rez, the first video I saw from your channel was one where you compared Swingman and authentic NBA jerseys. FYI, you were wearing a Ben Gordon Bulls jersey. Damn, bro, that is taking it back, man.
Oh yeah,
I remember that video.
Yeah, I
remember that video too. That's sad.
I had one. I did a video comparison. By the way, fun fact, guys, I did a video years ago of comparing authentics and swingmans, and the jersey that I used was a Ben Gordon because I had a swingman and I had an authentic.
I remember that one.
Yeah, that jersey has the most views in my channel. Like,
that's gotta be like, wasn't it like one of the first comparison I think I've seen? I don't remember one that's got to be one of the first. Oh, by the way,
I remember another one where a guy was comparing like Patriots jerseys too. I forgot who that was.
Let me see if I could find
Yes, I ordered some shorts, right? And I must have clicked the wrong button, and they sent me some baby shorts. Look at these little ass shorts, man.
Oh my God!
What in the world, bro?
What,
bro? I swore I clicked on 3XL, and they sent me a small.
Oh my
God!
St. John's?
That's like that chocolate.
Yeah, St. John's. So if anybody, King Leonidas, you might fit these, bro.
Bro, what is that?
But these shorts are so fire. I was gonna make a whole video on it. I bought a Felipe Lopez like autograph card and everything. Still waiting for my Felipe Lopez Grizzlies jersey. Diddy just focused on something else so hard right now. He's making deals. That's that I'm making deals face. He's over there.
Those shorts are so nice, though, man. I still
dude. I saw that earlier, man. When I opened YouTube, that was the first thing I saw, man.
12 years ago, 13 years ago.
56K views, bro.
That just says 13 years ago, bro.
13 years ago. That's how old I am on here, man.
Rez, you wearing an Andre Giant hat?
Yeah, so this brand is actually it's called Obey. I don't know if you guys know about it, but
I'm aware of Obey.
Shepard Ferry, he was a graffiti artist, and he this was what he was like famous for. It's kind of etching like a graffiti.
I love
Andre, and it kind of stuck. You know what I mean? And I love Obey because my streetwear side talking, but I love I love his artwork. I love the graffiti. I love the messages on a lot of their stuff because they're very like. When it comes to their views, they're like very like, I guess, liberal, so to speak. They have a lot like, their message is dope. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to get too much into their stuff in this live, but yeah, that's exactly where this logo was inspired by.
Peace, Andre.
Swell says, "Mighty fan. The first video I saw from you was the AI jersey collection when he came back to the Sixers."
So, oh yeah, yeah.
That was I remember that moment. That was definitely for Sixers fans. You guys were.
I still have yet to get an Iverson jersey from that though, from when he returned. But maybe
good luck finding that.
Bro, can I tell you something that really
Slim beat me 2-1.
Can I tell you something?
Slim beats everybody too.
Yeah.
When I see that 83 Walter Payton jersey, someone was posting a couple days ago. Every time I see that jersey, I think about that freaking smiley that screwed me, man. That freaking screwed me when I called up Mitchell and Ness a couple years ago. It was supposed to be my high school graduation present. Instead, the freaking smiley screwed me.
Yo,
Right
Big
now,
John,
I could have had an 83 Walter Payton.
I'm sorry, man, but every time I hear you talk, bro, it's like you're cutting a promo. I love it.
Yo, I was just thinking the
Is it a
same
microphone
thing,
right there?
Bro, let me tell you
Screw
something,
me.
brother. Screw
And he's gonna
you.
go down at the Coliseum tonight.
Yeah, it's like you're cutting a promo, bro. I love it. You should be like a manager for somebody in like the wrestling business or something.
I'm
bro.
the wrestler, boy. I'm the world champion.
I love
I'm
it.
the man of the hour. Too sweet to be sour. You smell what I'm cooking, boy.
I smell it, bro. I love it.
I got buddies in the business.
For sure. My bad. I lost my train of thought. I had something at the tip of my tongue and I forgot what I was going to say.
Big
But
balls.
it was. I forgot what I was going to say, man.
Oh, yo, M Diddy. I was watching the other day the live stream from a time ago when they were talking about the Marvel cards.
Oh, that was last week.
And
or last.
yeah, it was last week. And surprisingly, I do have some Marvel cards still mint in packaging from like 1991. If you want to check those out.
Very nice. Yeah, probably Marvel Universe Series 2, I'm guessing.
Yo, Snacks.
I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure about it because I have the tin box here.
Nice. Yeah, they did come in. Some of them were
I'm gonna kick you in the throat.
Oh, okay. Those are the McFarlanes, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, Marvel Universe Series 2.
Oh, okay. Yep. Yeah. Marvel Universe Series 2. Yep. That's what I thought it was originally.
Yeah, 1991, numbered 7,417 out of 7,500.
Yeah, they're not rare, but they're like hard to find in, good condition, where you can get good grades. But yeah, those are nice, man. Any of the Marvel Universe sets are like super nostalgic, and it's a good entry point. Like the stuff that's really popping off right now are the more limited cards that have come out like in the last 5 to 7 years. But
Ooh,
There's Bobby Aber.
Yeah. I saw all the cards all mint.
there you go.
Yeah, I can't wear single numbers. I got titties.
Hey, Mighty.
And
That same
thanks
stable,
again
buddy.
to Snacks.
Yo, there it is.
Name?
Jay Harris.
Thank you very much. As
I didn't even get
always.
to post. I didn't even get to post it.
And
The
this is the
same
latest
stable.
split. So my buddy Pierre from Views in the Vault, so he has a hat company. Good helps run a hat company, Good Hats. And this they came
that's
out
dope.
with.
Oh,
the
nice.
Killer Bees 2.0. The first one was a Georgia Tech
That's
hook. Then
fire.
they did a Hornets.
Is that a
Charlotte
finish?
Hornets. Hook.
Ooh,
Yes, beautiful.
that's dope.
This is going to go with all different Hornet jerseys. So there you go. Nice little gray under right there. Really, really nice. That
Little
the
white,
Georgia Tech one flew.
Is it a
So
white
Mighty,
split?
how
But
about
that one,
83
I knew I had
stable?
to get that one. So
That's crazy. That's fire, man. I don't really have any pickups to show, bro. That just kind of goes to show that I haven't really been like.
Oh, come on.
Okay, Mighty showing pickups.
Oh,
I got some stuff to show as well. This is the one I haven't.
No.
I think I've shown it before. I can't remember.
We're all just flexing on each other.
I like literally like the only thing I had like was the Devin Booker. That was like the only new pickup that I got. That and
I got
Look at him, Mighty.
what is that?
Bart.
Hold
I
on.
got NES Bart Simpson.
Oh, I remember that game.
Yo, I found his inbox for like $20.
Yeah.
So like
That's
fire.
That game was hard, bro.
Yeah, that game was super hard. Pause.
That game was super hard to play.
Mighty, look at that stabler, man. The 76
Oh, yeah?
El Salvador run.
oh yeah.
I need the white stable. I have the black one. I need the white one.
There,
I got the
I
black one,
can
too.
already look. I'm predicting Mighty Mouse is about to break out something.
You,
Look at
you
him.
want
I
a
already
stable
got-
battle,
look at
Big John? You want a stable
Yeah, jersey battle right now. Let's do it.
Oh, God.
Ah,
There
Jersey
is the
battle?
Saints
Oh,
stable.
come on.
Dang.
Oh, the 83.
Nah.
I want that jersey so bad.
I want that jersey so bad.
Mighty rubbing it in. Oh,
Yo,
that jersey's
Swell
so
says,
beautiful.
Mighty, you need to submit your jersey collection to the Guinness World of Records.
No. Slim
Oh,
gotta
Lord.
go before me to the Guinness Book.
Wow. Yeah, he said, I am human 93 says, Mighty fans of Jersey head goat, man.
He's a goat, all right.
For sure.
I have to get that. I have to get that James Harden Sixers jersey next. Huh?
Mighty,
Here.
I'm gonna get that 83 staple.
No,
one.
On that note, I'm out, guys. Have a good note. Have a good night. Take care, bro.
All right, bro. I appreciate
Later.
you hopping on tonight.
All
man.
right, Snacks.
Later, snacks.
Later.
Yo, so I do have an open slot. So if anybody wants to hop in and kind of chime in, I know we kind of
Yeah,
went
yeah,
off the
King
rails a
Leo
little
in here.
bit. Yeah, King,
Mighty.
if you want to go in and you want to defend yourself, man, I mean,
Yeah, the man of the hour.
hop on and just kind of
Hey,
talk,
man,
man.
wear Suns jerseys.
Mighty, I'm
tonight-
gonna get me that 83 staple one day, man. That jersey's been
I know
eluding
you will.
me.
I know
I'm
you will,
gonna
Big
eventually
John.
get
Keep
it.
looking. Keep looking. and You'll find it.
I'm gonna be
Tonight's
sneaking my
topic,
way
guys, is about we were talking about the new leaks supposedly for next year's City Edition, Statement, and Classic Edition jerseys. If you guys want to talk about that, I could always pull up the screen again. But right now we're just kind of going off the rails, showing you, show and tell with
Mighty's
pickups
in
and
his
stuff like
museum.
that. But I definitely have not really picked up too much, to be honest with you. Done pretty good. I think for the month of February, I did pretty good. I only bought like maybe, what did I buy actually? I have a list actually of things which I will keep to myself. I'm not going to read you everything, but the amount of jerseys I bought, I bought 2 jerseys last month, which is not much compared to what I normally buy. And it was the Valley Devin Booker jersey, and then another jersey that I have yet to show, which I will feature possibly next week. So be on the lookout for that. King, all right, bro, we'll see you on. Hopefully you get the link. In terms of like pickups for you guys, I mean, is there anything that you guys are eyeing? Like, obviously, you don't have to share it, but is there something that you guys are watching right now that you want to pull the trigger on?
There's always something. I'm watching.
I'm hunting for a great white right now. I am hunting for a great white.
You got to go to the Pacific Ocean then, bro.
Yeah.
No, this jersey I'm looking for is a pro cut jersey, and it's a very rare one. And I'm talking to the guy right now. I'm still messaging back and forth, but I'm dropping a lot for this.
What's a lot, man? Can you disclose a number?
Between 5 to 8.
Damn, that's big time right there, bro.
Yo,
Yeah, and let's just say if I do get this jersey, I'm probably not going to buy another jersey for at least 4 or 5 months.
bro.
All right, man. I'm gonna hold you to it, bro.
I know Lids just dropped, and I know they're not flannel, but they dropped the Negro League collection. They did like a bunch of hats and a bunch of like their mesh, kind of almost like batting practice like jerseys. But 2 of the ones that kind of stood out to me, they did the Indianapolis Clowns and their Hank Aaron, number 5 jerseys. Now they're not flannel, they're not like Ebbets Field, but the logo on the sleeve is just awesome. So those are ones I may have to grab. I grabbed the hat because today it was on sale. But those are kind of cool. And I know they did like a Globetrotters deal. And I haven't seen the jersey yet, but I would like to kind of see what they did for the Globetrotter jerseys. But so there's those. There's always stuff out there. There's like I said, James Harden Sixers, that's going to happen at some point. The baseball wise, there's some baseball, even though they're ridiculously priced. There's some baseball, Nike Authentics that I'd love to own at some point. I think that Pay in 4 is going to come in handy for some of those. There's hockey stuff. I mean, there's just a lot, kind of circling out there. And I'm trying to narrow it to, okay, this is what I want to get in the next bill cycle. That's that's always that war that I play against myself to say, okay, I know I want this, but then this thing pops up, this thing pops up, this thing pops up. It's tough. I actually got one off my list that's been on there for quite a while.
We got some animosity in here, man, about
Good
James.
Lord.
Obviously, we got a Brooklyn fan in here, but
Well, Ben already has his back spasms going, so Net fans get to deal with him now. But no, it's hard, and it's almost like you want to always try to, as best you can, find that kind of happy medium. Try to, identify the ones you want most, make sure those happen, and then, you keep going that way. Although I didn't do that with the Rick Barry All-Star, which I should have. But
you'll eventually find that All-Star. Because you're a Mighty fan, you will eventually go to the kingdom.
Eventually, I see that
eventually.
One. Yeah,
and I'll help you out.
That one is that one's one of those fucking jerseys for me now. So next time it comes up, whatever.
Oh, I got a good question for y'all. What was one jersey that you saw that you probably have never seen again? I'm talking about like a super rare jersey that either Nike made or Mitchell and Ness made, but you never saw it.
I'll tell you a rare one. It was a Wilson Steve Young with the 75th patch for a good deal, my size, and I let it slip away. And a buddy of mine sent me a link to it. And during that time, unfortunately, I didn't have that much money, or I would have jumped on it. And it's just one of those things I regret it. I'm not gonna lie to you, because that jersey was nice, man. And usually, I never find Wilson jerseys in my size. Usually all the ones I see are like 44s or 52s. Never a 56.
It's Mr.
The man of the hour.
The man.
I think everyone knows mine. It's that powder blue, love you blue, Billy White shoes.
Oh God, the white shoes.
Yeah.
I should have.
The Billy White shoes.
The one that
let me tell you mine. I only saw it once ever. It was a super rare first edition, made in USA, 1969-1970 Elgin Baylor jersey.
Yeah.
Only ever saw one, and I lost the bid. Someone outbid me by like $100.
Crossing the arms.
What up, King?
People know. Look at Bitey. Shazam.
Today was arm day, huh?
Today was arm day.
I grant you 3 wishes.
He can put the whole Fireball logo on the biceps.
Yeah.
Okay. Let them burst out. They'll make him angry.
Shout out to the homie Eric, by the way, man. I know it's all love. I know he's a passionate basketball hoop head. So shout outs to Eric, man. I mean,
we're all passionate, man.
Speaking as a fan, man, I gotta respect it, bro. But yo, King, man. I mean, you kind of been the highlight of this live tonight, man. With your recent wait, man. I mean, obviously. Can we expect to see like a Eddie George Buckeyes jersey review
tomorrow?
No,
I didn't buy it.
He's
Snacks,
rushed one night, overnight delivering it. So,
yeah. But yeah, since you're on here, man, I kind of wanted to circle back to the conversation about the topic tonight, which was the new city statement and classic editions that supposedly leaked for next season. I mean, obviously, you're probably one of the most consistent people on YouTube that have like current jerseys today. Like, what are your thoughts on them, and do you see yourself like?
I didn't see all of them.
All right, so let me pull it up real quick. But they basically had not all. I don't think all the teams were leaked yet, but I think most of them were. So it says nearly 40 jerseys were leaked. So let me share my screen one more time. Insert the elevator music while you guys wait. All right, so here we go. So this is the city edition jerseys for next season that supposedly are going to be dropping.
Mm.
So there's those. Then we got the hold on, let me scroll down. My bad, I'm pretty slow. We got the statements, and then we got the classic editions. This is my personal favorite.
Yeah, those are some really nice ones there too.
Yeah.
Man, that Phoenix one. Ooh.
But I mean, like, what are your thoughts on those? Just like at a first glance, looking. I know it's kind of hard to tell.
Can you go back to the top one? The City Edition.
First slide. Yeah.
So I like Dallas.
Mhm.
I like Milwaukee. Why is
My bad, I had to mute you, bro.
the Wizards? They're pink. It looks like a Vice City jersey.
Cherry blossoms.
Ah, okay. Those two stand out the most.
Yeah.
What's Golden State doing? Is that yellow on the bottom of the jersey?
Yeah, you got me, man. I couldn't really tell because it's very blurry. Like, I don't even know what the logo is on the front. It looks like they were trying to do something from like when they did the like the dragon, like on the front, the yellow one. That's kind of looks like what they're trying to do. And then I don't know if that's like fog or if that's like some sort of gradient supposed to like resemble like the fog in San Francisco. I'm not sure, to be honest with you. But yeah, it's kind of
Didn't Nike's baseball team try to do? I mean, the Giants.
Yeah, they did. The City Connects. That didn't really do too well from what I was reading from a lot of like fans and stuff like that. But I mean, it sold out. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people bought them.
Oh, and the Brooklyn is the white version of the Basquiat. That's pretty dope.
The Brooklyn one. Yeah.
I didn't. Yeah, and I like the white Vice City as well. For the Miami.
Really?
Yeah, I actually like those jerseys. I just, can't get every single jersey, right?
I don't know.
I don't know, bro. I mean, you're kind of a living testament of that.
He has Nike on speed dial, so
yes,
they already know his size, so he's just gonna one of all of them.
What's your thoughts on the Phoenix one? Because I know that one was kind of getting a lot of attention.
Where is it?
It's this one right here. You can see right below on the last row, the second one.
The teal one.
The teal one. Oh man, that looks terrible.
Really?
It'll come out. It'll come out, and we'll like it. So there's that too.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, out of these, I think the ones that I think I'm feeling the most is probably the Dallas. I like Dallas.
Yeah.
The Warriors one, I don't know. I don't really know what that is, so I can't really say anything. But I like the Memphis one. I like that the wood marking, the font.
Bro,
And then
I'm probably close to Memphis.
Probably the Phoenix one, just because I know the backstory a little more. It kind of intrigues me to
What is the backstory?
So Mac was saying that it's supposed to represent like the Native American tribes out there in the Arizona area. So that's kind of where they got that inspiration from. So I thought that's kind of cool. But like first glance, I was just like, I don't know what the hell they're doing. Like, are you trying to do like a Hornets vibe or what? What goes on there, But for the statement ones, I don't know. I don't really know. I think they look kind of too plain Jane. I mean, the Grizzlies obviously looks just like the one that they wore this season. I think it's the same. I don't think they're going to change anything other than the diamond finish. And then the Warriors one it almost reminds me of like a Pelicans jersey. You know what I'm saying? Like the Zion Williamson.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
I'm not really too sure on that one, but I know Snack said that the shorts on the Clippers one looked dope.
Come on, Rez. You and I are gonna gobble those up. It's okay.
Yeah, you're probably right. I might get that, because me.
Rez, like you're probably right.
You're probably right, but yeah, the classic editions. I definitely want to get the Run TMC stuff. I really like this slide the most.
Yeah.
The Pistons, I love that design, but there's really no players on the Pistons right now that I like.
Right.
To go after it, you know. I'd rather
Cade
just.
Cunningham.
You know, I mean, doesn't really compel me to spend whatever $200 price mark that these are going for. I'd rather just get a Grant Hill if I were to get that era of jerseys. The Nets one is dope.
Yep.
I like that old school,
that's nice.
the Dr. J like era type. Lakers one is cool. To be honest though, like I wasn't too fond on that era, the Lakers jerseys, and then the Heat is obviously a classic, you know, with the T-Bug era, and then you had like Alonzo.
I actually want the Dwayne Wade in that Heat jersey.
Oh my god, I want that too. Wasn't that like 30 era, like when that came out?
He did wear that as a throwback.
That was like 2007.
Yeah, the Heat wore that as a throwback. They wore the home jersey as a throwback when he was there with Shaq and Jay Will.
Right.
I wanted Jay Will in that.
He wore them a second time as well,
Twice,
like in the Rev 30 era after LeBron left to go back to Cleveland.
Yo, Mac, you can't make those, huh, for a D Wade?
I mean, I could do a classic version.
The classic,
you know, like it wouldn't be like accurate. Well, I could do the Reebok one.
Really?
With the dazzle.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I'd take that in the mesh in a second. A Wade.
That's one thing I've thought about doing. You know, I've been thinking about it for years because it took them so long to release this Run TMC style. Like, I actually probably 5 years ago, I was going to make Durant, Curry, Clay, and Draymond all in the Run TMC style home and road with the mesh. And yeah, I thought about it, but I didn't end up doing it.
Yeah, so I definitely like this. A lot of these jerseys here, especially with the Ray Allen rookie era, and then the Purple Suns, and then this Spurs jersey. Like, I don't know about you guys, but this is like my favorite Spurs jersey that San Antonio Spurs wore. I just love that whole like era of the black. I know a lot of people like the gray one more.
No, the black one's definitely nicer.
Yeah,
to
the
me,
black one's just different. Yeah. Like that San Antonio on the front is just totally different. Which is
but how quick are those fireballs going to sell out though?
Oof!
Oh, in a heartbeat.
Even because I don't know. I don't know if they would make. I mean, if they were smart, they would make authentics too in those. I know they haven't done a lot of authentics in the throwback jerseys, but even the swings, those are going to be gone in minutes.
They're going to sell.
That Curry you got, man.
Which one?
I think the Warriors one, you made a video a while back. Hold on, let me show you.
I did a lot of Curry videos, so
he's talking about the classic from this year, the blue.
Oh,
with the
Oh yeah.
You know what's crazy about that, man,
throwback
is that they're saying supposedly the leak is that they're going to release an authentic in that, and
this one right here, man, with the old Nike.
What is it?
Let me show. Hold on.
If they do that though, I'm gonna be so mad. I'm gonna be like, dude, Nike, like, what the hell?
Don't worry about it.
Hold on.
You just gotta be happy with what you got. I mean, you got the swing at the time because it was available. I mean,
I just wish they would give us a schedule of what would come out. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good looking jersey, man.
It is.
I want this jersey.
I just don't worry about it. I know it's just me, but I just, if I like it, I'm gonna buy it.
I just think it sucks as a collector because it's like we shouldn't have to like think like that. You know what I mean? There should be like like, you know, when you go to like, I don't know if you guys are gamers in here, but like you should be able to go like when you go to like a GameStop, they have a calendar of things that are gonna drop, and you can pre-order that stuff ahead of time. Like, how easy would that be if you had a list of things that like jerseys that were going to release, and you could just put it down like $20, $10, whatever case may be, and then you're guaranteed.
Oh man,
like how dope would that be? You know.
Speaking of that, I just pre-ordered WWE2K22, man. I'm picking it up on Tuesday. I'm hyped.
That's what's up, man. You what console? Xbox?
PS4.
PS4. All right.
Which game, Big John?
WWE2K22.
Oh, okay.
That's
Yeah.
dope.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah.
the last I'm gonna show you how old school of a gamer I am. But the last WWE game I played was SmackDown versus Raw 2007. After that, I
bro, that
Oh,
game
man.
is classic.
it was like the last wrestling game that I ever played, man.
So real quick, I just got sent this from somebody sent it to me. Actually, I think it was Jersey Connect who sent it to me. Yeah, it is. Somebody's using my video to promote $20 jerseys.
What?
No way.
Yeah.
Bro.
Shop?
They got.
I've
me
been
years
there.
ago.
NFL
Yeah.
shop.
Wait, so are you getting like royalties for that or what?
No.
Oh, come
No,
on, man. No,
they
they
just brought it
jacked
to
him.
my.
Sick them lawyers on them, man. Sick them
Bro.
lawyers.
So
Can't
we
you
got a
like
report.
file a claim on YouTube or something to claim your content?
Yo,
should
that's
be
your
able-
IP, man. They can't be ripping off the King Leonidas brand.
Yeah, they should.
not right.
Bro, you should. There should be a way to like. I think there is a way where you could that YouTube offers where you can
Report them.
yeah, you could report it and claim the content as your own. So like if they're getting monetized, yo, you're getting that money, bro.
Yeah, but what is it? One of those fake sites? Like,
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
$20.
yeah, they got me many years ago when I was showing some Mitchell
They
and
used
Ness
mine like
football jerseys.
15, 20 years ago. Like when I first started taking pictures, like people were ripping my pictures and putting them on eBay. So then I started having to watermark them.
Yeah.
That's how you know though you made it. When you got people that are taking your content or what your product or whatever you're doing and they're using it for their own. That's how you know you made it, man. So that's kind of I guess that's kind of a flattering way to look at it, but yo, like if that were in my case, if I saw somebody impersonating Rez or whatever, I'd be like, yo, you better credit me, bro, or I'm gonna take you down. So that's wild though, bro. Like that's crazy.
Careful, Big John. They're coming for you next.
Oh no, they ain't.
That's
Oh
wild.
no, they ain't coming after Big John. Sure, I'm gonna show them who's boss. Oh yeah, they give the finger poke of doom like Mighty Fan.
They don't want the smoke.
They can't handle Big John. I'm magic.
So you know what? I was actually I picked up something. I just realized I did pick up something.
Oh, did you?
I did,
Oh,
yeah.
Aha.
But it was actually very inexpensive.
I don't know.
I'm talking about under $50 inexpensive.
Yeah.
It didn't cross my mind, but I'm actually excited to get this jersey. It's not like anything too crazy, but I'll show you guys anyways. I'll give you guys a sneak peek. But I got this coming in.
Oh, is that the Draymond Green Spartan?
Max, like, forget that. It's not a Draymond Green. It's a Jason Richardson.
Oh, nice.
It's not Dre, but look,
Mhm.
like, there's no name on the
knew it.
back.
I approve of that.
Yeah, there's no name on the back. I know people are gonna think it's a Draymond because obviously he's a retired Spartan. But yo, the 23 was worn before Draymond donned the 23. I just want people to know that. Make no mistake that Jay Rich is the original 23 of Michigan State.
Sixers legend Jay Rich.
Yes, I know. Yeah, it's that jersey. It looked kind of short, like in the length. Like I took a chance because I asked the seller. I was like, "Hey, can you give me measurements on this?" And he never responded. Yeah. I was like, man, but there was 8 watchers on it, and I was like, I don't want this thing to sell out. So I just kind of bit the bullet. I was like, $42. I mean, that's like a nice little weekend, eating out at like your Denny's, taking out your guests and stuff like that. But it was
Chipotle's.
Chipotle is expensive, bro. That's enough. Oh, you know what? I'm glad you brought that up because I was actually gonna do a rant video about that. Right, I'm going off the
man.
here, but
Chipotle is overrated.
Chipotle,
They got
right?
some vegetarian beef thing I want to try though.
Yeah, I ordered.
Now you're talking my language. Let's go, Rez.
I ordered the freaking chorizo plant-based meat or whatever that thing is, right?
Yeah.
I was like, okay, let's see what this is about, right? I got a normal bowl. I got it with a bag of chips and a regular drink. Yo, I paid $18.94. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me, bro? Like for that, like, are you serious? And the thing wasn't even that good. Like the plant-based chorizo was like so super salty. The guy cut me on the portion sizes. I'm like, bro, what is this? Like, come on, man. You're supposed to fill up that bowl.
They do that shit all the time, man.
I hate it.
That's why I stopped going there.
I hate it, bro. And I was like,
Benefits of living in LA, real Mexican food.
I was just like, yo, man, like $18.90 cents. Like that's absolutely insane, bro. For a freaking takeout like spot. It's not even a dine-in or whatever, you know. This is like literally like a you grab it. You could get like a full box. You could get a full like a cravings box at Taco Bell for like $5, and you'll get way more bargain for that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
That's my rant.
Now, since we're talking about Chipotle, you know, Tupelo, Mississippi finally got a Chipotle, and I'm not gonna lie, at least for me, it was pretty cheap compared to like when I go to Memphis. At least the Tupelo one, I feel like the quality is a bit better. Plus, it is new, and one of the sauces, I forgot the name of the sauce they was telling me about. It was real good. Crap, I forgot the name of the sauce. Oh yeah, the vinaigrette. Oh man.
Oh that vinaigrette is good, bro. I love that stuff.
I had no idea about it.
Hungry.
Rez, you should come down to Mississippi, man. Everything here a bit cheaper.
Man, if I have the means to, I'll definitely make it out there, man.
You should try our Mexican food here in Ripley, man. Our Mexican restaurant, Mi Pueblos, the chips and salsa, man, and the cheese dip. Oh man,
bro, you're getting me hungry, man. You're getting me real hungry right now. So I gotta go, bro. We gotta change the subject.
Okay, we got it.
Nah, you're good, bro. To answer your question, who's better, Jay Rich or Vince Carter? As much as I love Jay Rich, Vince Carter was probably the illest dunker that I've ever seen in the NBA. Yo, like that dunk contest that he did, man, where he literally like it was out of this world, bro. I mean, obviously the dunk
didn't go head to head in the dunk contest.
That would be fire. That would have been fire.
That would have been great.
You know, that would have been a hard judging, I think, to figure out the winner on there. But I think Vince Carter had a slight edge. He just had that flair, you know what I'm saying, when he did his dunking. And even during regular games, like when he would dunk, like it was monstrous. Like,
and his dunks were so powerful. I mean, he was just on a whole nother level at dunk contest. That Oracle was just, oh my god.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
close to my home too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was a very memorable performance that night.
Yep. Mac, you said you wanted to talk real quick about the brand, your brand, and show us some.
No, yeah, I wanted to kind of just chat with you guys a little bit because once I'm finished with the stuff that I'm working on now, I'm probably going to take a little bit of a break because I want to try to come up with a new way to bring like custom sportswear to people, you know, that care about it. And what I've been thinking on is potentially coming up with like a calendar for myself. You know, I'm not going to share it with you guys, but I'm going to come up with like a release calendar almost. And I'm thinking about making the jerseys ahead of time. So like if I want to try to do like 2 styles a month and maybe I have like 2 to 3 per size that I make, that would come out to be like around 20 to 30 jerseys. And I feel like that's a volume that's like reasonable to be able to produce. And if I have the first batch on hand, like ready to go, then I offer them as completed jerseys ready to buy. And then just roll out a cadence, like, you know, 2 new styles every month. First come, first serve, you know, whoever wants them, have at it. And then whatever, you know, doesn't sell out for members and people through the communities, then, you know, I'll move through other means. But, you know, I'm also thinking about fun things like making them thematic, like based on anniversaries of certain games or moments, as well as like doing fun stuff like, you know, guess the style. And then if you're able to guess the style, like you can guarantee a reservation for the jersey or whatever the case may be. So just thinking, you know, obviously turnaround times have been a pain point for me. It's not something I'm happy about. So I think like having the jerseys on hand would be nice to be able to say, hey, and then I can start the next month, as the other ones are finished, to kind of just keep it rolling forward. So just kind of curious to see what you guys think about that. If you think that sounds like something you guys would think would be cool and interested in. So yeah, just kind of trying to take a pulse here because it's been something I've been giving some thought to.
Yeah, I like the idea. I think it's creative. I think it's a great way for you as like the CEO of your brand to be able to have some sort of balance and taking orders in. And I like it. I don't know about the rest of you guys, but I think it's dope.
I think it's creative.
A little less customization, but I'm not going to put out whack shit. So
that good
Absolutely.
shit. That good shit.
You are the man, brother.
I have a question though.
I like the idea of the finished product and seeing it and saying, okay, this is available. I look, things happen, and I can speak for myself. I've been with you for some years with your vision, and your jerseys are always amazing. And I know about the time, and I know it's been bothersome for you, and I know we're just always so stoked and excited to get your latest creations that we put in for, and I think it's cool to continue. My bottom line is, as long as we still have the means and we're getting your product, then you do whatever you feel is best to be able to pump these things out if it can be done at a pace, and we're still able to get these jerseys. I'm all for it. Whatever's going to better rivalry sportswear, whatever's going to be easier for you, not to put too much on your plate, to make sure that these things are getting done. And at the end of the day, I mean, I know. Listen, I mean, we know. I mean, your jerseys are always top notch, and as long as you keep giving us great stuff, we're gonna keep buying, and that's that's the end of the day for me. But I like those ideas. I like the fact that you'll have a finished product, and then we can pick and choose from that. I think that's a good way of doing it. And it just continues to give us things to look forward to as well. So I hope it all works out.
I have a question. So when you say finished product, are you talking about like the jersey has the twill and everything ready, like the kits, or are you talking about something like just the trim and the actual fabrics already sewn onto the jersey?
No, like when I release it, like, and it's available for you to call dibs, like I send it to you as soon as I get payment. You know what I mean? Like it's ready to go.
So then you have the players already like finished.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. There's a little bit of a trade-off like in the customization. But then again, like, if you're a good customer of mine and you want a different player, I could probably make it happen, but there's a little bit more of a, well, all right, I've got the blank, I've got the stuff to make the blank, but this is going to take a little bit longer. And I probably will not do that for like everybody, because, if it's like you guys in here or like a couple other people, like, yes, I would do that, but I just can't get too much outside the box where I'm like, adding on orders to stuff that I've already produced and things like that. So, but yeah, I mean, for the most part, I think the stuff that I would be offering, at least initially, would be for, pretty significant players and styles that like you probably wouldn't want another player in, at least that's like the first couple that I have in my mind. That's where I'm at with it. And then, yeah, that's kind of the idea that I have.
Gotcha. Throwback King says he just bought his Buckeyes Mitchell Ness Eddie George jersey. If it comes in up, you'll hear.
You gonna feel the wrath for Throwback King.
That's why you got to ask Mac to do that for you, man. Yeah, no, that's dope, man. I mean, I really like, you know me, man. We had this conversation already, but it's like I'm an anomaly when it comes to the orders. I'm not in a rush to get the stuff. You know, I have a lot of stuff already that I still have yet to wear and keep me afloat. So, you know, but I can't speak on everybody's behalf. But I mean, it seems like Mighty's on board. You know, I'm on board. I don't know, Big John, if you want to chime in, POB or King, if you guys have thoughts, anybody in the comment section. But I think it's good, man. At the end of the day, you got to do what's best for you, and you got to be able to handle what is within your bandwidth. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to take too much in. You know, obviously through trial and error, I'm sure you're learning stuff.
Yeah, like when it crosses over, like I still want to do it. Like I think about certain styles and I get like excited to try them and like see them through to the finished product. And I still get excited when I get finished jerseys back to see them, you know, to go from like concept to production to final product. So that tells me that it's still in me, you know what I mean? But there is an element where when I try to give everybody like that perfect custom thing that they want, every little piece that gets added on top of like a number of larger orders, it's just too much for me to sustain under my current operation. And that's on me. Like I should have been more mindful of that. But what I'm seeing now is it's humbling because a lot of people really support me and like, you know, really, you know, want to see stuff from me. So that's humbling and it's not fair to, you know, make people wait that long, you know, like it's not acceptable. I know some people are cool with it and like, I can't even tell you how much I appreciate those people. But it's, you know, at the same time, like just removing myself from the situation and looking at it, it's not acceptable. You know what I mean? So even with delays and things like that, like, you know, this way I'd have the jerseys in hand. So, you know, I'm not announcing anything until they're actually finished. So, you know, it's not like I start production on something and then like the printing place messes up or, you know, they don't have the twill that I need or whatever the case may be. With it just derails everything and causes like massive delays. And then if that project gets delayed, then the next one gets pushed back and there's a whole domino effect. So that's kind of what I'm thinking about. You know what I mean? So it also frees me up too, to do some things that are a little bit rarer, you know, that are a little bit more unique, you know, instead of just doing the stuff that everybody wants, you know, that could generate a 30 or 40 jersey order. You can kind of step outside the box a little bit and make something that's a little more niche, like stuff that people haven't done before, maybe haven't thought of, and kind of bring that out, and it'll be something cool and unique that people might want to grab. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
Are you? I know before it was discussed. Are you still planning on? I don't know if you want to divulge it or not, but are you still planning on doing the J. Will Florida jerseys?
So yeah, I mean that would definitely. I have a whole list, you know, of stuff that we've discussed. And, you know, would that be like one of the first offerings? I don't know, maybe. But, you know, like I said, I would be giving hints and I would be considerate enough to be like, okay, this is the style that I'm offering. And say I start this in June, I would probably start dropping hints because I will have already made the jersey by then, to like let people know what's coming. So if they do want it, you know, we'll be able to make sure that they get it, type of thing, so they can start preparing for it, planning for it. And then obviously, you know, if you guys know me, I'm always willing to work with people that I know on the, you know, finance part of it. So,
and the hints would go on the group page.
Yeah, so I think you know, I would probably start on the Facebook group page because those are like kind of the day ones, and then I'd probably transition from that to you know, either Kings or Instagram. or both, at the same time.
That's what's
Can,
up.
can I say something?
Yeah.
If you don't mind.
Yeah, of course, man. Go.
No, go ahead.
Man, first off, my MD man, I want to thank you. You're giving people their dream jerseys. And for me, it's a good feeling to know that my jerseys are being made with love and the detail and all that, man. That's what I love about you. I respect you, man. You're putting in the work, and I've always been cool about the wait time, and I love because I love you, man. I know you're putting in a lot, and that's what I respect about you, and I can't wait till I get my jerseys in for me, man. I'm gonna be really excited, and that's why I love the custom process, not just you, as well as True Custom. I know how much you got, both of you got putting in a lot of work, and it's good to know, man. It's good to know my jerseys are being made with love, and it's just those little details as well, man. And I gotta say, man, the jock tags on your jerseys, ooh, they pop, man.
That's what's up.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. And I just
man.
I just want to piggyback on this too. I'm sorry to cut you off, but yeah, man, it's like MDiddy. I love that project you're doing. You're one of the because you actually care about what you do. You know what I mean? It's like people, whether it's companies or people ordering, is that they just want it now. Well, just get it to me however which way you can. No, if you want it done good, you want it done right. It's gonna take time. It's gonna take patience, and when it does get to you, you will be satisfied. And I think that's what's really matters a lot nowadays more than ever is the satisfaction for the customer and the quality of the product. Like that, I feel like it's been going away in recent years, but with what you've been doing, and one of my resolutions this year is I want to get a rivalry jersey, and I'm hoping that happens soon.
I think you may like one of the styles that I have in mind for one of my first offerings. So
all right.
It may not be exactly what you think it is, but you might be interested, I think.
Yo,
right,
POP,
sure.
you can get one of his jerseys. You just gotta stop buying Raiders and Lakers jerseys, bro.
Yeah. No, I have some players in my mind that aren't
you can
Raiders
get
or
a
Lakers, man.
jersey.
Like,
Yeah, get a
Yeah.
rivalry
All right.
Lakers one, for sure.
mhm.
Yeah, no, it's I think it's cool, man, because for you, you're in a unique situation because your clientele, this majority of us are in here, but you also have clientele out there who don't really rock with you like we do. You know what I'm saying? And like, I can't speak on everybody else's behalf, but like to put a face to the name and to see, like, for example, I'm gonna use the Syracuse Mellow jersey that you made for me. Shout out to you, by the way, for that. But like, I had other opportunities to get that jersey from multiple avenues, and I could have got them within 2-3 days tops. But I chose you because I know the backstory of you in Syracuse. I know how passionate you were about, that. I mean, obviously, you went there, right, for college. So
I did, yeah. I was actually a senior the year that they won the championship. So
that's dope. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So for you, I put my trust into you, knowing that like you really had a significant special part like with that university, and also like with Melo, like him being one of my favorite players that I grew up watching, was just dope. And I know a lot of people are just like, oh, you could just get it, the retro brand version of it. It's got the patch too. I'm like, but it's not the same, bro. It's not the same. It's all about the details. And I wish that there were more brands like you that really care about the details. I mean, that's what your jock tag says, right? It says for the fan that cares about the details. Like, that's a mission statement that you stick by. So I feel like by you being to continue the brand, these types of feedback are helpful for you. And at the end of the day, like, I appreciate you because you actually take the time and you stick by what your mission statement is. So salute to you, bro, on that one. And also, Throwback King says we are Georgetown, so it's a little bit of college rivalries going on right now, but
it's all good. I like I said, yeah, exactly, right there. Maybe a black Iverson Georgetown jersey. We haven't seen that before.
that'd be
Just saying, maybe.
And I know, I mean, just so you know, Mac, even now, anytime people see the Kobe Lower Marions, they want to know how I got those, Where did I get those? Those are just gorgeous. Those are unbelievable. And those are because of you. And you made a dream come true for me. And I will always be grateful for that. Those two
Thanks,
meant
man.
a lot
Absolutely.
because not just because of Kobe, because they were done right. They were correctly done. And those are something you can't get those. So, people still, I post picture. How'd you get that? Where'd you get that? Who did that? It's just one of those things. But those two will always probably be, not to speak out of turn, but those will probably always be my two top rivalry jerseys in the collection. I could have racks of rivalry jerseys years from now, but those two will always have that special spot. Unless you ever want to do a Super Bowl 52 Nick Foles jersey, then maybe.
Oh God.
Motivation is like pretty low.
Oh.
Yeah. Nah, I'm excited,
Almighty.
man.
Wow.
I'm excited to see what your brand brings, man. I can't wait to see like your NFL stuff and your MLB stuff.
Oh,
So
God.
there was a post that I asked a question about Harvard Classic jerseys, and one of the reasons was because I want to get a list of custom jerseys that I want to just have a list of, and the Wade is definitely on there, the Ewing 96, 97 Harvard Classic jersey. There's so many that I know we missed, and I know the Adidas Champion and Adidas and Reebok are probably easier to make for Mac, but I would love to just give him like 10. I'd love to give him like 10 of, hey, can you make, I know, we spoke about LeBron's a bunch of LeBron Cleveland ones, but that'd be great. Like, I just want to get a list of all the ones that I would want, but the Harvard Classics would be the ones I go after.
Yeah, definitely.
For sure. Yeah. Nah, I'm actually excited because, not to give you guys too much info, but I'll be getting a lot of LeBron jerseys coming in very soon that I haven't shown yet on the channel. But I'm actually trying to build my LeBron collections. No, we're gonna be near the level of King Leo and M Diddy. You guys are like the GOAT when it comes to LeBron's collections and stuff like that. But definitely Bron is one of my favorite players. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta get yourself a Bronny jersey though. When's that gonna happen? Right?
When he joins Golden State. No, I'm just kidding.
Rez,
Rez,
you want a sneak? You want a sneak peek?
Oh, let's see it.
I don't want to.
I always love these.
You want to do the unveil later, but
nah, we do it now. Nobody watches the people who watch my videos don't watch these lives because they're too long.
All right, I'll be back.
No, you know what?
I don't want to speak out of turn, but I really liked when I forget who got it. Someone got the True Custom LeBron. The fan created like that burgundy with the old school Cavs, and it had the patch on.
I'm not saying anything.
Yeah, I think I know one that's on my list.
I'm not saying nothing, but
yeah,
that whole season he has a couple of throwbacks that are just phenomenal.
Yep.
Well, funny you should mention that, Mighty.
Oh no!
Jesus Christ! What size is that? I'll take
nice.
My size. Stay away. Stay away.
I also want to point out. Look. I'm just saying. People talk about the details, right? And people can make their own decisions and opinions. That's cool. But
oh my God.
Just look at the detail on the patch. That's all I'm going to say.
Bruh.
Compare this to a gamer and tell me something.
That's a rivalry?
What size is that, yo?
That's my size, bro. That's actually mine. That's mine, right? Is that the one?
This is mine, but yours looks just like it.
I'll take it.
Oh, man.
That's so fire, bro.
Oh, that jersey's crazy.
Hey, Rez, he's talking about Diddy in the NFL. Bro.
You got extra
Diddy
trim?
Started making NFL jerseys.
Game over. Yeah, no, it's game over. Once Diddy starts making those NFL stuff, it's over, bro.
I think I do have extra trim in that, yeah. And I'm doing the blue ones as well. The
I take
flips
both of them.
the yeah.
I'm not fucking around, for real.
I can
Bro.
say it too. I'm putting
I'm
my
gonna
hat in the
make
ring
them
for those
first.
too.
Bro, you are an addict, bro. What? I thought you said you were done. What happened?
No, I'm not done.
Oh my god.
You was like, after the Durant, I'm done.
He needs
my
that
God.
fix. Oh man, that's
Nah, like yeah, when Diddy opened up the orders, man, with the bronze stuff, bro, I was like, dude, sign me up for everyone that you make, dude. Because
damn, man.
I was a huge LeBron fan when he was with his first stint in Cleveland. That's when I still like LeBron, but that era, that first era with the Cavs was like probably my most favorite era of him.
People don't realize how fucking like how great of a player he was. He's obviously a great player, but
he carried that team.
That first 7 seasons, like he was
unbelievable,
incredible to see.
I had to pull it out, man.
That's the rookie, right?
Oh yeah, that's the rookie.
Yeah.
I got it for a great deal, man. Right around the time Space Jam came out.
So Mac may know more than I do because Mac really never. I left the Jersey game by this time, but I think there's 2 versions of that jersey. One with a smaller tank, like a thinner tank, and one with a thick tank. I don't know which one is more of the rookie style, or maybe they made both for the rookie style. But it's obvious, like he has a thinner tank as a rookie, and then he has a thicker version.
I got the rookies because, like, literally, I was working at Reebok at the time, and like when he was a rookie, I happened to start his rookie year, and they brought in the authentics for Melo and LeBron, and I got half off. I was like, yes, please.
Mm-hmm.
So I got the rookie versions for sure. So whatever mine are, like I can tell you for a fact those are from his rookie year. So
are those the thinner ones or the thicker ones?
I don't know, to be honest with you. Like once I had them secured, I didn't really think anything else of it. So I could check for you.
Yeah, so like sure. if you see this, you see how more of a thin tank it is, but he's also wore the thicker version.
They also switched materials too. They went from like a mesh fabric to the like clay dry material. Probably like 2 or 3 years in.
I have the Adidas version of that maroon burgundy one, and they changed the mesh. It's not mesh.
Yeah,
So, but yeah, I want to get his white rookie, but I want the Reebok version of it. I know they're getting
nice, bro.
Yeah, I used to have them. That's the thing, but I sold them a long time ago. And then,
dude, Late Show had those, didn't he?
I remember.
For a long time.
Yeah, those were like clearance prices.
I'm gonna tell you the story about mine. So I got mine from Andrew Knoll. Andrew Knoll got his from Eddie Rivera. Eddie bought it back in 2003. He was telling me the story about it. So I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, dude, a lot of these jerseys that we see, man, they usually float around the community. There's a lot of stuff that like one person at one point owned it and then I owned it. Like, it's crazy. It's just crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's dope. It's dope because it's like where it's going, and it's within people who are actually like jersey heads and not like resellers and stuff like that. So that's pretty dope. But yo, man, it's getting a little late out here, guys. We are treading on the 3-hour mark. It's I know it's like midnight in some of your guys' areas, but I just kind of
11:07.
I just kind of want to wrap things up, man, and just kind of recap, everything. So tonight, we talked about the new supposedly leaks of the 2022-2023 NBA season jerseys. There was about 40 plus jerseys that were shown in there. If you guys didn't see it, you can definitely check out the beginning of this live stream, or you could scroll through and you'll see it because I shared my screen. We all have mixed reviews about it, but most likely we're going to buy them. I'm probably going to end up buying a couple, but yeah, man, do you guys have any like final thoughts, anything you want to share before I start calling it a night here?
No one's
really-
ever retiring. People can say it. See, this is why I never say it, because I know I'd be lying. I would never say I'm retiring. I'm never going away. I'm not, stepping out. This is me. I can't stop being me. So, as long as your passion isn't literally dragging you under, just enjoy it. I know that, we're always going to critique these things. You got to get this way, you got to get that way, you have to do this, you have to do that. Just enjoy what you do. All 6 of us on this screen right now have 6 different kind of collections. We all collect the same thing. We all collect jerseys, but none of us collect the same way. So
Yeah.
True.
At the end of the day, it's because it's something we love so much, and this community is like family, and you're going to have arguments in it, and there's going to be good times and bad, but just have a love for it, have a passion for it. Do what if it makes you happy, wear the heck out of it. It doesn't have to be this way, that way. Just wear it, enjoy it, and just embrace it. At the end of the day, that's what it is. Too many serious things going on in the world, and I'm not going to get into that, but this is just something we're doing because it's a distraction. It takes us away from real life things, and it should be something that is done with joy and passion. And whether I'm getting a Nike jersey, whether I'm getting a Mitchell and Ness, whether I'm getting a rivalry jersey, I'm always looking forward to that next item. I'm always looking for that next item because that's what makes me happy.
Yeah.
But I try to be somewhat careful. But
I was actually gonna say that. I was actually gonna say what Mighty said, man. I say, as Mighty's put it, man, just enjoy it. Life is short, man. I say just enjoy it, and I'll tell you, man. Besides the jerseys, I love getting to talk to y'all every week, man. You guys are my family, man. We ain't just friends. We're brothers, man. And I'm so happy to be a part of this community. And hopefully one day all the jerseys I have, hopefully one day I can pass along to my kids or grandkids, man. And hopefully they'll enjoy it as much as I do. Same thing with my trading cards. I'm gonna pass along to them. They can do whatever they want, but as long as at the end of the day they enjoy it. But yeah, man, I love being a part of this community, man. You guys are my brothers.
That's what's up, bro. Is that Kobe or Shaq? He agrees. Yeah, you know
It's
what?
Shaq. Sorry.
All right. Diesel. All right. I will say this though, like in closing, I really do, whether I'm still actively buying or not, I'm still going to be a part of the community. It's kind of like with Throwback King. You know what I'm saying? Like he still buys stuff every now and then, but he sells off his collection sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes he can appreciate it from afar. And that's kind of how I feel like it. Like I don't see myself buying 3, 4, or sometimes 5+ jerseys every month, like 10, 15 years from now. Realistically, it's just not within my space to do that, and it's also not within my budget because now I'm shifting where I have a life. I have to prioritize. But having said all that, I'm still going to be a fan. It doesn't make me any less of a fan from being able to buy it, and get these things. Now I can't say that I'm not going to buy any more jerseys. I'm not saying I'm cutting it cold turkey, but it's just kind of shifting stuff and being able to find that balance. Because like I have a lot of jerseys. Like if I had to quit right now, like just stop buying, I'd be okay with what I have because there's a few more things that I want to, get and past releases. But if I don't get them, I'm still here. I'm still a fan. I'm still going to be a Warriors fan. I'm still going to be a Niners fan, Giants fan, Sharks fan, and all that stuff. But it's I feel like people like it almost feels like we're getting pressured to buy stuff from brands like Nike because they're releasing the latest stuff. They always have to make you feel like, oh, it's the hottest thing on the market right now. You got to get your fix. You got to get your fix. But it's like you shouldn't have to feel that way. At the end of the day, if you're happy with what you have, enjoy it. Life's too short, like Big John said. Enjoy it while you're here. Enjoy it while you still have it, and cherish it. You know what I'm saying? Whether you have one jersey, whether you have no jerseys, whether you have 20, 200, 2,000, you know, like enjoy it. So, you know, King, I know you have like, I don't know how many jerseys you have. I mean, it's kind of crazy. Like that picture you posted on Kings was nuts.
Not nearly as much as Mighty.
Oh god.
But I mean, you know, it's a lot of jerseys.
But you got the sneakers though, bro. So that kind of throws in a whole different element of combo wombo, man. Because you got the matching kicks and everything. So I'm looking forward to that, seeing what you put together, bro.
Thanks, man.
It's gonna be dope. And then you know, with Mighty, I know you and the hats too, bro. Like got a lot of stuff to coordinate as well.
Yeah. There's a lot. I still have to get more bins to put them in, but
Yeah.
They're there.
All right, fellas.
We got the KFC, another one this weekend.
I appreciate everybody that hopped on tonight, this evening, man. You know, we had a lot of people that were live here all night long. Shout outs to the comment section in the comment box as well in the chat, man. I appreciate you guys. One last time, guys, if you guys want to hop on a live in the future, you know, you could check me out on the YouTube channel, youtube.com/REZRECTION. I do these live streams every week from every Wednesday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Different topics every week. I do take requests. So if there's something that you want me to talk about, please, you know, send me a DM, hit me up here on the comments or whatever you want to reach me by. You can reach me on my social media handles in the description. Please like the video, like the live stream, share the live stream, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so, and also subscribe to all these great gentlemen that are on screen with me here. They all have collections that are phenomenal, amazing collectors, and you know they all collect different types of things as well, not just jerseys. So, all right, yeah, I mean, if you don't have anything else, I'm gonna close the curtains tonight, man, and hopefully I'll see you all again next week, man.
Love you guys, man.
Yeah, take care, guys.
Have a good night, everybody.